live. All right, everybody. Welcome to the 3-year anniversary podcast of the Joe Kilgallon podcast, a.k.a. Kilgallon's Pub. We are here live from Galway Bay Pub. That's 500 West Diversey, Chicago, Illinois, for all your scumbag drinking needs. 50% capacity. Wear masks unless you're talking into a microphone or sipping your drinks. I got two of the most Irish people I know as my guests.
Hey, how you guys doing? Happy to be here.
Going to be doing like intervals of us popping in and out. We've got first, since you already did the talking, typical man, right?
I know.
We've got Sorab.
I'm one of the most Irish people you know.
I believe it because you're Catholic, right?
Yeah, I am Catholic.
It's a big Catholic boy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
A Catholic boy.
He goes
The
to
retention
mass.
rate for Catholicism is fine if you don't get molested.
Yeah.
You don't get molested, so.
I don't know how you feel. I'm culturally Catholic.
Oh, okay.
I have Jewish friends who say they're culturally Jewish, meaning they identify with but they don't really worship or attend all the time. I'm that guy.
I'm cocktail party Catholic. Well, I like to talk about it.
Yeah, you like to talk about
I
it.
like to talk about it.
Oh,
yeah.
Are you what do you bring? Do you have a Bible passage or something you bring?
No, I will all the fun stuff. New Testament.
Yeah, he told me one time, he goes, I like being Catholic because it's just fun stories.
A lot of it is.
I gotta stop telling you things.
I know.
I gotta tell you.
He gets drunk and then he talks about his theology. I'm like, I don't think that's it at all.
And that voice right there is Rebecca Gibson.
Hey.
Who has been on the podcast several times, a wonderful comedian who hosts a podcast called Never Seen The Simpsons. And I want to start off on that foot because earlier today, I wanted to watch something St. Patrick-y with my two boys while my wife was at work saving people. She's a nurse, respect. And I'm like, what can I put on for them? I can't put on Boondock Saints. I can't put on Gangs of New York. I can't put on The Departed. I can't put on, Box or any of those cool movies.
Yeah.
So I put on the Simpsons episode of St. Patrick's Day, which is season 8, called Homer versus the 18th Amendment, in which Prohibition hits Springfield. And I'm going to give you shit because Bart got pinched like motherfucker for not wearing green. And you are not wearing green. Why aren't you wearing green? You're supposed to pinch
You
people.
may pinch my arm.
Do a pinch.
I'm not pinching. It's 2021. I'm not pinching a woman.
Nolan, do a pinch.
I'm not pinching a woman.
Nolan's not wearing.
I'm saying give her
Nolan.
I did a little tricep pinch.
Nolan's also not wearing green.
I'm
He can't
the
pinch
better
me.
Yeah, why are you?
Those are
Nolan
white
Rafferty,
eagles.
But one of the proprietors here at Galway Bay Pub is going to probably pop in the mic at some point. Why aren't you wearing? You know what though? He's from Ireland. He's legit. He doesn't.
I'm
need
an
to wear
8th Irish, and I've mingled with
You're 8th
Irishmen.
The Irish love to
Yeah,
do
of
that.
course.
3.5 grams of Irish.
A little bit of Irish. And you want to know what? Everyone celebrated on the weekend. This is barely St. Patty's Day.
No, this is the real day for the real alcoholics
Yeah.
and the real drinkers out there.
Of course.
James Webb is our producer for this. Back at James Webb, People Comedy Network, POCN. What's up?
What's this day like when you have kids? Do you just not get can you not get as drunk as you used to?
Well, so my wife had to work, and being a nurse, she couldn't really take off last minute and all that kind of stuff. And not that it was last minute. Well, we didn't know what was going on on St. Patrick's Day because of COVID going on. I got my first shot yesterday, everyone. I'm with clean people right now.
Yeah.
Thank you.
I got mine a couple weeks ago. I loved it.
Oh, great. That's awesome. So last year, everything shut down, so nothing happened. I just kind of hung out with kids all day. 2 years ago, I was here early, and we put on a show. James was here. We did a 3.5 hour live podcast.
I've heard mixed reviews from James.
It was great. The listeners loved it. James hated it for obvious reasons because the host.
I've heard mixed reviews.
I was the host and I disappeared for an hour and a half. I watched the playback.
That would be mixed.
Remember, it was on video. So I watched the playback to see what I could cut into clips of gold. And all of a sudden, I'm like, where did I go? And I counted. I was gone for 47 minutes. I'd pop up in the background, waving like a dickhead, and then I would disappear again. And at one point, it was really funny, everyone. Jonah Jerkins, who's going to pop on eventually. No, we're going to drink the whiskey. People can't hear you off mic, Nolan. Jonah was talking about how his father had died only a year earlier.
Oh, my God.
And me and Joe Fernandez, who can't be here because he's got an STD, we were not paying attention. And then Nolan goes, hey, you fucking cunts. He's talking about his dad who died. Pay attention. Yeah. And I'm like, oh, shit, I'm sorry. Your dad died? And then Jonah starts to talk about it again. And then the camera cuts to me, Nolan, and Fernandez, who are now all on our phones. Completely not paying attention to Jonah, who's pouring his soul out to us.
See, when
about
Jonah,
the tragedy.
I've learned that when Jonah brings up his dead parents, I just start doing the Soldier Boy dance.
Oh, that's interesting. Well, he brings it up. I would say, I mean, people grieve in their own way, but I was at the bar. Yeah, and I was at the bar an hour ago, and Jonah brought up his dead mom again, and it's like, all right, well, you've stopped getting sympathy now. Now I can keep laughing. You know,
I don't want to put this conspiracy theory out there.
I know where this is going. I'm going to put my mic down for this one. I want nothing. Look at my hands, everybody.
All right, I think Jonah killed his parents just to have something to talk about.
I agree with you. You know, he loves a talking point. He loves a good story.
He does.
And he also has those eyes where it's like you could have done anything in your life.
Yeah, Jonah's kind of dead behind the eyes.
Dead behind the eyes.
Now,
His parents are dead.
Behind the eyes of Jonah.
Yeah.
This is St. Paddy's. But no, the St. Patrick's Day Simpsons episode, the Bart got shit for that. And then, flash forward, it's the St. Patrick's Day parade where everyone's getting drunk and fighting. And the television reporter goes, is all this violence and fighting what we think of when we think of the Irish? And then Bart gets drunk, and then it leads to them prohibition in Springfield.
I think my favorite joke in that whole episode is when he goes, a day where everybody can get together and celebrate, unless you're black or Irish.
Oh, no, they say
No, he
Italian.
says unless you're gay or Italian.
Gay or Italian. Yeah, they don't say black. They say gay or Italian.
Unless you're gay or
No, Irish
Italian.
and black people get along great.
Yeah.
They really do.
You
But
brought up a movie, Boondock Saints.
I did,
Now,
yeah.
that's a terrible movie.
No, I go back and
hate that
forth.
movie.
I go back and forth with people on Boondock Saints because
It's objectively bad.
it's over the top in so many ways, of course. But when it came out at the right time for people my age,
Sure.
I was 17. No, I wasn't. No, it came out in 99. I didn't see it till I was like 17, though. And I grew up in a part of Chicago that was very Irish, Italian,
You grew up
Polish
in
Catholic.
the Boondock Saints neighborhood of Chicago.
Yes,
Yeah.
I did. Well, that's poor. That neighborhood was very poor.
I ain't never seen the film.
It's bad.
That would have been like Canaryville on the south side. Would have been the Boondock Saints version of whatever.
It's my
of
favorite
South
neighborhood,
Boston.
I think.
Canaryville's cool, right?
a cool
Yeah,
neighborhood.
you live in Bridgeport, it's just
Yeah.
north of there.
Bridgeport rules.
It does.
Bridgeport and Canaryville are hilarious because they're two neighborhoods. I know we're getting Chicago listeners, but they're two neighborhoods in which they're right next to each other. And if you move from Canaryville to Bridgeport, everyone in Canaryville thinks you're a fancy hotshot who basically moved to Lincoln Park.
Yeah.
That's how they get. But Boondock Saints, to me, it didn't need dialogue. It was Irish people shooting Italians and Russians. I'm like, this is perfect.
That's
I
fun.
love it.
I think
you throw in a good Irish rhythm behind it.
That's funny.
When it's a good mob movie, you don't really need dialogue or even a backstory. You're like, I get it. I get what everyone's doing.
That offensive to, like, let's say, Francis Ford Coppola and Godfather Part 1 and 2, that needed the dialogue because it was a beautiful movie. You guys are talking about trash
you're like
movies
blow
that
each other
if
up.
there's a movie that you can say it doesn't need dialogue, it's not a good movie.
Tell that to Charlie Chaplin, you
Yeah.
son of a bitch.
Silent
Okay,
films.
silent films
Fucking
clearly
you and your talkies. Huh?
Tell that to physical comedians, you SOB.
Well,
don't need it.
there was a lot of really good Irish movies, though. Like The Name of the Father with Daniel Day-Lewis
yeah.
is
That's
unbelievable.
Dare I say it?
The
P.S.
Boxer
I love
Daniel
you.
Lewis.
What's the one about
Yes,
Bobby
I-
Hands and the
Classic.
the hunger strike?
That's
with,
The Name of the Father.
No, there's another one.
Is there
with,
another one? Nolan would know because he's got a big Bobby Sands poster back there. But Bobby Sands is in that movie.
You know what
Hey,
I'm
Noli, In the Name of the Father has Bobby Sands in it, right?
Yeah, but there's
The
another
movie?
There's another movie about that with. Okay, all right.
He said, shut the fuck up and take this. You know my favorite thing about Nolan, everybody? Here's a little side note. Nolan Rafferty, one of the best dudes you'll ever meet in your fucking life. I
You
mean,
know he's been flirting with me tonight, and he's making me blush.
do it if I were you. Hit your wagon to that star.
All right.
So here's what I will tell you. This guy, I guess, back in town, and when I was getting my Guinness before we started filming everybody, is the guy was like talking to Nolan, and Nolan's like, "Hey, you lost a bunch of weight," and he goes, "Did I?" And Nolan goes, "I don't fucking know. I'm asking you, asshole." Because I like how quickly from being like complimentary, being like, "Hey, you lost weight." The guy then questions it, and he's like, "You know what? Fuck you then. How about that, dickhead? Maybe you didn't lose weight. Maybe you're just as fat as I
Very
remember."
John Rickles about his compliments.
Yeah.
It's so funny to me.
I like guys who blow up like that because you know once it's over, it's over. It's like I know if he yells at me, I'm like,
Wisconsin.
but
Rebecca.
we're fine. Somebody who never,
So
it may be a little bit, maybe a little trash, but if somebody who's so quiet all the time and then they blow up at you, you're like, oh, we're not friends anymore. But if someone like Nolan yells at you, we're like, oh, we're fine after today.
Romance is making out with your husband after a fight at a bowling alley.
I mean, that's passion. If that's not passion, I don't know what is.
If that's
If
not
that's
passion.
did we both bowl a good game? Then that's a good night, pal.
You really
Or-
did the most
That would've both
Wisconsin
at
accent.
300.
Did we both get turkeys and have a good fight afterwards? A little makeup sex? That's a good
Bowling alley makeup sex.
pictures of Miller Lite.
Really quick, would you leave the bowling glove on during the makeup sex?
people from Wisconsin don't wear bowling gloves, you city trash. We spit on our hands and we roll the ball.
Oh, Wisconsin.
Mike Stanley, a really funny comedian, talked about how he hooked up with a female bowler and how he said she gave him the best hand job he ever had. I'm giving all the shout out to Mike Stanley. Look him up, everyone. Where he said, he's a Detroit guy. You'd love him. He said that like before he hooked up with her, they were in a hotel room and she put her hand by the air conditioner to get the air.
Funny.
Get it
that's
all.
a funny bit.
And then she went right in like this.
Have you guys seen that YouTube video of that famous bowler who wins something and then he goes, "Who do you think you are? I am."
That is
what is funny. Makes me laugh every time.
So good, isn't it?
Oh, you can be. I want to put myself in the position in his head. He's got this really cool thing he wants to say. Who do you think who do you think you are?
Yeah,
I think that's what
he wanted because I think someone doubted him. Yeah, I love when someone fucks up, but it works. Like Michael Jordan had like that thing a couple years ago where he's like, "The roof is the ceiling." And everyone's like, yeah. He thought that was going to be a big exclamation point. And everyone's like, you fucking idiot. That's another meme, pal.
You're a role model? You're a role model?
So funny how many people now, there are kids who are like, Michael Jordan, the meme guy. It's like, no.
The
GOAT.
The GOAT.
I know. Maybe 8-year-olds.
People say to kids know who Michael Jordan.
But they don't. But they're not.
I love the new generation. I do. I actually stick up for Gen Z. Go ahead, Rebecca. I'm sorry.
I'm going to say they know who Michael Jordan is, but they're not fans of. They're not in that era of like, we get that he was a basketball player, not we. They get that he was a basketball player, but also more the meme. Like it's an underwear.
Yeah.
Like I grew up actually thinking of him more as the underwear guy, which is insane. Like Hanes.
To me, you, Rebecca, 29?
I'm 29, but I didn't start watching basketball till I like high school-ish. So I kind of missed the whole, because it was 90s, right?
Jordan was starting the 84, 98.
Yeah, I was born in 91, so I kind of was, it was just a little past me. I know who he is and I enjoy him.
Is there any famous sports guys from Wisconsin?
Oh, of course.
Of course there are. I am Misty.
People would know?
No, well, there's Misty Bass, who's from Janesville, and then she's a WNBA player, and her father is Chubby Chase, who came in for a little one-night stand Aruski after a show, and then Misty Bass was born, WNBA player.
Man.
Chevy Chase?
Yeah.
The twist, yeah.
What was with Chevy Chase? Maybe someone could look this up for me. Why are there cities named Chevy Chase?
Oh,
there's a Chevy Chase.
That's a different Chevy Chase.
I know. So
he stole American history.
Oh, okay.
He was a politician, I believe in the 1800s, early 1800s, antebellum period of.
Not a good period.
Yeah, it does right pre-war.
It was in Maryland. The towns in Maryland. Maryland was cool during all that.
But it's a very East Coast thing, and you'll see his name pop. There's a Chevy Chase in Illinois.
There's a Chevy Chase golf course in Illinois.
Do you guys think the band Lady Antebellum is going to be canceled anytime soon? Did they really? I didn't know that. Well, all right. Well, that's even worse.
No, it's not. Just Lady Lady A.
Oh.
Lady A.
They dropped the lady and kept the antebellum. They're like, we hear you.
Is the problem the lady or the slavery?
Wait, we don't get what the issue is. Which one should we do?
Someone out The Bachelor.
Oh, yeah.
I'll say this for Jonah comes out.
Yeah, he knows.
Jonah's The Bachelor expert, so I can't do it.
He's not good with Bachelor goss, so I probably know. Hit us both with it, but
there was a lady who went to a Confederate-themed party.
Yeah.
Yes.
And
but
then she won. She didn't get, he didn't propose to her, but he gave her, they were dating afterwards. At first he was like trying to like work through it with her, and then she was like, I just don't see what I'm doing wrong. And then he's like, I gotta break up with you. And like when you it's funny to hear her apology, because she's just like, listen, I'm reading a lot of books. I hear you. I see you.
I've read a lot of books.
If you want it, I'm reading a lot of books.
Wonderful read.
Great bathroom material. I gotta say though, anyone who says I hear you, I see you.
Yeah, I
hear you.
I see you.
Told you to say
that. Yes.
Most likely a white PR or white lawyer told you to say that.
It's true.
There's
a lot of bad white PR going on. Our hearts go out. I shouldn't even be saying this. It's so dumb. It's not dumb, but our hearts go out to the victims of the George shooting spree in the Asian American community. I'm saying it's dumb to bring it up because we're being loose and having fun, and I'm bringing it serious.
I'm not gonna say I'm not gonna make any jokes.
No, I'm not making any jokes. It's fucking awful. But yeah, man, people just fucking be good to each other. That's why we need more days like this. I'm hoping when shit gets back to 100%, where everyone's vaccinated enough, where we're safe-ish. Actually, some stuff I think we should keep around. Wear a mask at the grocery store forever.
We're gonna turn into Korea.
I used to get the sniffles every goddamn year. I haven't had it the last year.
I actually always do. I have not been sick.
Which is great.
Yeah.
But like, I would like to be able to go to a concert again, be shoulder to shoulder with strangers. That's fun.
I went golfing last weekend, and you know what I'm noticing? The elderly are out.
Oh, yeah.
The elderly are out, and they are horny.
They
They're hollering at people from cars. They're trying to get
They are horny. And I'm like, all right, I'll do it. Hey. Hell yeah.
Some old man shuffling to you as fast as he can.
I'll help you out.
Come here, you sweet old man. He's giving you a little candies.
Call me a dirty little wench. I'll do it.
Oh, you're a little Eleanor Roosevelt.
What if a man did call you a wench in foreplay? Would that ruin it for you?
It depends if we were doing like Renaissance themed intercourse, then that would be
So
nice.
you guys haven't showered in months.
Yeah.
You're betrothed to him forcefully. He's the
sad.
king and he's having sex with you because it's your wedding night.
I'm crying and I'm making my dad shove me off.
Yeah.
I'm like, let's do it, pal.
You're poisoning his food.
At this time, it's probably a good time to ask James Webb, our producer, is there any noise in the chat room? Not yet.
Not yet.
What's up?
Oh, no.
Oh, so people are commenting then. They're complaining about the internet connection.
Well, tell Joey
shit.
to
Well, that's
eat
a
a
bummer.
dick. Do you understand me,
Well,
Joey?
sorry to hear that.
No, Joey's a great guy. I don't want
Yeah.
to say that.
Remind them to Galway Bay is the best bar in the world. Back to Rebecca's sex life. Okay. No.
Oh, no.
That'd be weird role playing. You said it quickly enough where I thought maybe that's been on your mind.
No,
Any
it was just a
era
joke.
role-playing, I
Yeah.
would do antebellum, pre-Civil War era.
Of course,
People were
but of
showering
course.
then a little bit.
It is funny because we were just joking back there about, cause someone was like, oh, you said I'm a mensch, I'm a good little boy. And I was like, oh, I'm a wench, a bad little girl. And now you're bringing that up now. I said wench 6 times
I've
tonight.
said mensch quite a bit. So.
We're talking mensch and wench a lot here.
I'm switching Guinness to the plastic cup.
There's
I
a
asked
lot
him
of
for
beverages.
I asked him for a fancy big boy glass, but he wouldn't give it to me. Then he called me a cunt.
Typically, yeah, that's what he does. Typically, pubs on a day where it's going to be a lot of loud drinking, they want plastic cups so no one's
Do you think you
breaking
ever
shit.
Yeah.
dig in any of those books over there?
I would like to believe there's a bookcase behind us, which you can't see on camera, but
I
I'd like
don't-
to believe that some people at one point were like, I'm going to have a nice, quiet,
We're going to open
I'm
one of
gonna
those books.
read
There's gonna be a knife
the National
carved in there.
Geographic magazine in book form, and I'm also going to read International Human
We're
Rights
not gonna
Law
do a shot.
Policy and Process. That
Okay.
sounds fun.
Well,
Right?
did you already do yours?
I'm not doing shots right now. You
We're not-
two. It's too early for you to do a shot. I'll do one in a little bit.
God, it's being a dad must
Should I
be.
do one right now? Well,
All
the thing
right.
is, I got to
Should
do
you
one
get the-
now. I'm not doing any of the
Okay.
rest
Have
of
kids
the
seen
night.
you drunk?
No, they've seen me hungover, though.
But do you go out of your way to
Sadly.
make sure your kids don't see you drunk?
Yeah, I do. Well, I haven't been drinking a whole lot lately. But even when things were up and at 'em and I was out and about,
Actually, that's why we have
I don't
you
want
here,
to be
though.
hungover for
This
them.
is an intervention.
Yeah,
I
it
think
is.
you've been.
That's what's happening. You know what's funny? I can't remember if this was my son when he was like 1 or my dog when she was like 1 or 2.
Okay.
I got them confused. But I had one time when I was
Oh,
so hungover,
no.
I was barfing my life away in
Yeah.
the toilet.
I've
And
been
I
there, and I've
remember-
also seen him like this twice.
You've seen me twice hungover like this. I felt like a little hand on my shoulder as I was puking. I remember looking up. I'm pretty sure it happened both with my dog and my son. Definitely with my dog in California. Because I remember puking and then her putting her paw on me, being like, "It's okay,
It's
Daddy.
okay.
I'm a little
Aw.
2-year-old puppy. I love you so much." And then as I kept puking, I remember looking at her after one puke, and then her looking at me like, "This is going on too long.
Yeah, this
I need a fucking walk.
I-
You need to get your shit together. You're
gotta-
30 years old. Let's go." You know.
Come on. I have a picture of my niece. I'm very hungover, and there's a picture on my phone of my niece legitimately just holding me. and I'm
Did you
like,
drink a lot when you were in LA?
Yeah, I mean,
Did you ever go to the tonic room?
I've been to the tonic room.
Love the tonic room.
Yeah.
Kowski used to write there.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Did you ever go to
Little Charles Bukowski,
you
everybody.
ever go to Jumbo's Clown Room?
Of course.
Jumbo's Clown Room is the greatest place on earth.
You know what's sad about it though? Not to bring it
Do
down.
not say it's closing.
No, I think it's still open. I love Jumbo's Clown Room. And whenever I had friends come in from
there.
Chicago, I'd bring them there.
Anytime I'm
and
in
they were
LA,
like, "This place is
it's the
amazing."
first
you
place
know?
I go.
It's a really cool place. They had like mugs. We
Yeah.
get like mugs of salad for $5.
Yes,
It's a great
cheapest
deal.
bar in
Yeah.
Chicago, or cheapest bar in LA.
And the women are incredible. Come to the cookout. Fuck yeah. You know, just going nuts. Dude, the comments on TikTok, and I was talking about this with you, Rebecca, when we podcast not that long ago. There's some shit where it could be a comment where you're like, but it's so fucking funny.
Yeah, we were
there
like-
was one where this girl was like grinding a horse, like not grinding. She was riding a horse. In my face, she was grinding it.
Yeah, it's disgusting.
she's going horseback, right? And she's filming herself like selfie, like going along a mirror, so you could see her on the horse. And yeah, her body was pretty tight, right? She's a very good-looking woman.
About the horse still.
Well, horses are naturally
Horse
tight.
riders have the best bums
Yeah,
because
they
it's
do.
kind of a work. It's a
You
bottom
got-
workout.
also,
You have to have a
that
really
outfit,
tight tush.
If we're going hot outfits, the big black boots,
Yeah,
Oh,
she
yeah.
had
the
it.
tight pants.
But they look so mean.
I'd fuck a horse to
A
get
little
to
bit.
them.
They
they-
give a
they
stern
look-
mead look. You would fuck a horse just to get to that. Okay, that's
I
great.
like bitchy
That's not a
rich women.
podcast.
Bitchy rich women is my type.
I just stop at the horse. No thank you. No thanks, pal.
So she had it where she was like, that's like the video of her like doing this grinding thing. And the first comment, I'm like, I gotta check the comments. And the first comment was, I'm praying for your comments. Meaning I know it's gonna be
Yeah, I know
bad.
it's gonna be
And
gross.
then the very next one was like, I never wish I was a saddle so badly in my fucking life. Like all of them were just these like 18-year-olds
Really
being
gross.
like, ride my dick like that. I want to fuck you. It's just so funny.
AT&T's go through that because their new spokesman so hot.
You're obsessed with her.
obsessed with her.
Everyone's upset. You're obsessed with her.
Yeah, I did a fuck,
And
Mary,
she's
kill.
also hilarious.
Yeah.
She's her
Yeah.
sketches on Comedy Central are phenomenal.
Oh, I
I
didn't know
know
she
my
was like a
friend
comedian.
Lindsay Ames did work with her.
Yeah.
They did like sketches with their
Elena
friends.
Vandrup or whatever. I can't say her name. Her sketch group on whatever Comedy Central is showing is so good.
Really? I didn't know
We
she was a
talked about
comedian.
Section is just every
Oh,
AT&T
yeah.
you
Oh,
go to the comment. Just
I know. I feel bad for her in that sense. I really do. Avi Sanchez, when he was on my podcast, we did Fuck, Mary, Kill, where he gave me Fuck, Mary, Kill, where it was spokeswomen like Flo and AT&T girl.
No,
like another
you're gonna
person, like
marry
the
Flo.
Toyota
I'd marry
woman,
AT&T
the
girl.
Toyota behind the desk woman who's really attractive.
Yeah.
I think I killed Flo in that.
You killed Flo.
She's annoying.
I'm marrying-
She's a phenomenal actress. She's made to be annoying in those commercials because they want her to be annoying.
I
think she's
know.
incredible.
I
I like her, but she's annoying because of those commercials.
I think you'd marry her and she'd be like, listen, babe, this is how I have to be for the
Yeah,
commercials.
she's a billionaire.
I'm a really cool girl. You don't want to marry the.
The AT&T woman,
The
man.
hottie.
I
She's
mean,
so hot.
dude,
Yeah.
you can't, look, I said, I go, hey, I know she gets upset about it, and I understand that, and you're more than your body.
Yeah.
But those breasts.
Well, I don't think
there
she's.
should be poems written about those things.
They are
For real.
nice. They're very.
I wrote a
They're
bunch of
very.
poems about
I
this.
think what they are. They're very milky. She's got very.
they call them milkers, too.
Yeah,
All the people
milkers.
in
She
town
got
are like,
very
"Look at those
milky
milkers."
breasts.
Which
But
is
I
funny.
think
It's mean, but
it is
funny.
funny. You want to know for her the funniest? Did you watch that Punky Brewster documentary?
If
No.
these two will not shut the fuck up.
I can't stop talking about the Punky
fucking-
Brewster.
There goes that Towns in the background. Everyone
Oh
walking
yeah,
home.
Downs.
What's happening?
And his lovely wife. Yeah, man. Go kill yourself.
Anyways, she got a breast reduction. She goes, finally, people will stop calling me Punky Boopster.
It's funny.
Punky boobster. that is
Everyone
funny.
was like, because she was so sad about
You
it.
open the
Something
door and
smells
it
really good, right?
Yeah, it smells like
How about
chicken.
the Lola Bunny no longer packing
I kind of think she's hotter in the newer way. She's very
Agreed.
bottom heavy
I
now.
actually
Don't
am
you
cool
think
with her
so?
being a little fatter because
Yeah.
there's hot athletic girls that aren't really carrying a lot of upstairs, but they're still
How are
sexy.
you?
Hello.
girls.
I've never seen someone who was able to sexualize a rabbit.
No, that's why it's funny.
It's
People on Twitter were like, men are, instead of going to therapy, men will sexualize a cartoon bunny. And it's like, no one really was jerking off to Lola
Yeah,
Bunny.
but it
yeah,
was
no one,
funny.
no one
It's
was
funny.
doing that.
No, I
one-
mean, maybe a small
nobody.
percentage.
What
Yeah.
freaks are at
But I'm
home and
saying,
were
like,
13 years old.
I know.
Lola Bunny.
I forget on Twitter. Small percentage is everybody. That's how that works. Everyone's doing this. Everyone has a male romper. Everyone has a fucking man bun.
Yeah. Well, it's like
male
Male
romper.
romper?
I
There were these
remember.
remember that shit? There
Yeah.
was one picture of 6 dudes together because it was a photo shoot of them wearing a male romper. And everyone's like, the male romper, it's a thing. I'm like, no, it's
No,
not.
it's not.
It's not a thing. It's those 6 dudes only who've ever
It'll
worn.
be kind to my junk. I wonder if it'll make my junk look good.
Oh,
well, if it does what it does to me, it will not, and it's will be very
Rompers look good on
constricting.
women.
Not
Considering
they
how
look
good on
they
men.
look good on very tiny women. If you're like kind of like a thicker girl and you put it on, you're like this in the dressing room like 10 times and be like this was a bad choice. this is not a good look.
You have to unsnap yourself when you go pee.
Yeah. Well, that's not the whole. It just isn't. It takes a certain woman. You think you're gonna put that on and it's flowy and you'll be cute, and you put it on and you're like, look like a beggar in the 1800s. It's really really gross. I've tried. Please,
A pittance, please.
please, I know I'm an ugly little hag, but just give me something. That's how I feel in them. But I'm projecting.
Yeah.
A lot of girls look really good
But
in
I
them.
really think, I'm sure, Sorab, there was some creepy 12-year-olds jerking off to
Yeah,
Lola.
I was one of them.
Yeah, you were jerking off to Lola Bunny.
Yeah, probably.
Ah,
My
come on,
girlfriend
man.
in 12th grade was Laura Croft, Tomb Raider.
That's different because that's a real woman. Who do you want to fuck Laura Croft? And then he became Angelina?
That's a gray area between who's more real woman.
Yo, I've had a little crush on
But it's so
Archer a little
funny.
bit, like a legitimate crush on Archer. He's a fictional character in the cartoon. Yeah, it's strong. He's a hot cartoon. But and then I was bummed when I saw the actor who plays him in real life because he's not a very
good looking.
he's not good looking, and I got sad.
Marge and Playboy.
Oh, deservingly so. Yeah.
Marge from was in Playboy?
Blue
Blue pubes?
Yeah.
But you don't see her nips.
She's got very hot bod. When
If
she
I
lets
were
her
a
hair
woman,
down.
I'd dye my pubes. If I was a single woman, maybe blue, green, depending on the season. Red for
Yeah.
Valentine's
You
Day
would
month.
change your pube color based on season.
Why not? It'd be a fun surprise.
Because
for
you
the
look
fella.
like a
You just
disaster.
invented a company you can change your pubes based on mood.
Think about this. You hook up with a woman, you go down on her, and she's rocking some like purple pubes.
Yeah.
You never forget her for the rest of
They
your life.
stop purple because she's happy. By the end of it, they're
Yeah.
gray
It's
because
like
she's
a
disappointed.
mood pubes.
Yeah,
think
I
see the
got.
deal.
Well, you asked me why I'm not wearing green. It's because I actually dyed my boobs green, so I was like, I thought I would get away with it.
All
now
right,
I actually
Rebecca?
did that.
I'll look the other way because I'm a married man. If you could stand up and show that for
No,
the views, everyone.
you don't want to see
Hold
it.
on.
It's been a long,
You got a lot of quits.
it's been a long pandemic. Yeah.
Is that a midi board?
James Webb, I feel
James,
so,
I love
mean,
how James was like,
I
nobody
love him
keep
so much.
drinks on
He's
his
working
table,
hard.
and now
And
it's,
it's table
it's
full of
covered.
drinks.
James politely asked us not to put drinks on the table, and there was literally 9 drinks on the
James,
table.
keep in mind that I have listened, and they're all to my right.
At some point, I'm going to need a
You're
sandwich. I just
Oh,
don't
up the
understand.
street, Alibaba Doner Kebab, best sandwich in Chicago.
Can we
Really?
please speak English?
Absolutely.
I do not.
It's
I don't know what he said.
I do
man.
not know why.
Alibaba
Alibaba?
Doner Kebab.
Okay.
To name of the
Sounds
restaurant.
racist.
It's a sandwich place up the street. It's fucking phenomenal. I'm gonna go get one.
It's W. You know,
And then it looks great. And then I was like, and then she also said something that no one's ever said to me. She goes, yeah, and you're an average weight. And I'm like, can you say that one more time?
Oh,
And I was
Rebecca,
like,
you
she
know
was
you look
fun.
better.
No.
You're
But
a fighter.
I gave her a raise. Just kidding. It was Planned Parenthood. I didn't pay for it, but it was great. I had
support Planned Parenthood, everybody, so Rebecca can keep getting her hoo-ha checked.
Yep.
I don't know what to say.
support
Vagina?
it.
Vagina. I'm an
I was
adult man.
crying. It was I actually went on my birthday and I was sad because my nana had just died and I was like, she won't see it. Yeah, now everyone's talking about their deaths. I'm like, she won't. It's the first time I haven't called her and I was like, everyone probably thinks I'm getting an abortion, but I'm just crying because my nana's dead. And,
When you said like she
like, I'm
won't
not
see
sad
it,
that the
like,
rest of you are sad.
Were you sad you couldn't tell your nana, hey,
Hey, they said
I got a clean basement downstairs, you know?
yeah,
That'd
she
be
would have loved
wild.
that. She had a pretty good one too. That's kind of a bad note to go out on. Was
Did
that
your
a fine
grandmother
one?
get vagina?
Yeah.
Of course she did. She created a whole lineage for you.
I know.
Yo, Jonah or Blake, which one? One of you guys. Which one? No,
I'm
which I
gonna
said
switch
one
off.
of them. Jonah or Blake. Any more chatter in the comments?
Oh no.
People are just complaining about the fucking internet, huh? Hey, could everyone get off the fucking internet in here?
Yeah, why are they on their phones?
I think it's that
anyways
laptop
instead of-
over
It's
there.
not the internet. Why isn't the internet stronger? I felt like we didn't have this problem last time. Did you tag me in this so I could be like, oh, here we go.
White Claw. I want to say before I go how easy it is to lose weight as a male because
Don't put it as a male. It's because of the drink.
No, well I
you-
only drink White Claws and Ed and Blake both are like, yeah, I lost 20 pounds. Like, what you doing? They're like,
25.
yeah, I'm like, they're like, I switched to White Claws. I'm like, that's it? You've
Yeah,
still
they're
been
not
eating
fair.
pizza at 2 a.m. and you're just drinking White Claws?
Well, actually, I stopped doing that too.
I'm laying off White Claws. The last 2
They
times
give
I
you
drank it,
heartburn.
They give me a headache in the
They
morning.
give-
I
yeah.
realize.
Well, it's
And
sugar,
it's
I
too
think.
much sugar
It's too
and
much
the
sugar.
carbonation.
What do you mean sugar? Wait a minute.
It's sweet, man.
It's 2 grams of sugar,
Well, the
dude.
grams aren't bad, but you know what it is,
And
though?
you're drinking the sweetest one.
Someone
It's
told me
fake
that's
sugar.
bullshit.
Yeah.
Someone told me that there's no way in fuck it's only 100 calories.
Really?
Because for some reason it's... Ryan Dalton told
I
me...
have the physical proof right here, bro.
Are you losing weight drinking this shit?
I lost 25 pounds. Did you just not miss everything
But
she
you're
said?
married now, so your will to live has
Yeah.
gone down, and that's why you've lost
No,
weight.
I'm gonna die.
I'm kidding. Your wife's
It's insane that somebody could lose 25 pounds but not look different.
No, he does look thinner in the belly region. He does. Looks thinner
I've
in
been
the belly.
Does
insulted
look
by
thin.
better niggas, right?
You're gonna continue to lose weight, though. You gotta start doing some curls.
Yeah,
I got
gotta
kettlebell.
You got kettlebell. All right, good.
Is it
I
a
mean-
Joe Rogan? Because if it's not, you're doing it wrong. Is it a gorilla?
No, it's not a gorilla.
All
What's
right.
with kettlebell? Why did that become a thing over the last?
I'm gonna
couple
tell you
CrossFit.
Let's hear it.
Because
you get a total body workout without spending all that money. So if you get a decent kettlebell, it's a optimal size for you. You can do a bunch of different shit with it. It's not better than like going to the gym, in my opinion, but it's more effective for the cost. So like this is 10-minute kettlebell workout I'm doing on YouTube. Fucking kills me, right?
Yeah.
My main goal is I look at this fit white bitch and she's sweating too. I'm like, all right, it's not just me. It's not just me. This fine-ass smoke shop is fucking dripping with sweat at the end of it, too.
Yep.
You know? And it does the abs, everything, dude. You got to get into it,
You
man.
got it.
I'd like to have actually lost weight over the last couple weeks. I don't know how, but I have.
Nice.
I'm worried I have to go to the doctor because I'm like, why am I losing weight?
Yeah, maybe you have a gluten intolerance.
I don't think I do, but yeah, I'm down like 187, 186.
Yuck.
And I'd been rocking about 190, 192 for a while. So, good 6 pounds or so. I'm noticing a slight difference.
Nice.
You know, the ass is looking good, tight. You know, I do my ass flexes in the mirror every morning as you do. You do 10, you do up and downs.
That's important.
And then
I think you're supposed to
butterflies.
You're supposed to put your back on your bed and your feet really high up on the wall, because then your butt kind of drops up.
Your what?
Your butt kind of. I said
butt
dropped up. Your butt drops up. It drops down.
That sounds like
so like
fucking Street Fighter
eventually
move.
it just kind of trains it to kind of keep, so it's just higher.
That
you
makes
know?
sense.
Yeah.
I like that.
Pinterest.
Is that how you find out you work on some Pinterest and
Yep.
shit?
Find out. Well,
no way
Nate
to
Burrow
promote
sent me
comedy
one,
on
and I
Pinterest?
couldn't get through it. You can promote podcasts on Pinterest, but it's not the kind of the market for it. It's a little too home. I've done both.
Gotcha. At this time, I want to mention everyone, check out the Patreon, patreon.com/Joe Kilgallon. We are at Galway Bay Pub. We are live. Ed Towns has jumped on mic, taking it over from Sorab.
Are we going to switch over?
You can switch out with them if they'd like to. Ed Towns, my man. I
Ed
give Rebecca
Towns?
shit for this. I got to give you shit. What's
I'll
your
go
green?
tag somebody in.
I don't wear green on St. Patrick's Day.
Why? You don't want to be like one of the crowd or something?
No, I don't want to be. Look, I'm a professional drinker.
Okay.
And you are too, but
Yeah.
unfortunately, when I see someone in green on St. Patrick's Day, I'm like, this guy has no idea
Switch out.
how to drink. You know,
That's
it's just
fair,
another
that's fair.
Sunday for us. You know,
That's
show
fair.
me the championship game, the real drinking day, Black Wednesday.
No, Black Wednesday is not as good as St. Patrick's Day. You don't start at 9 a.m. on Black Wednesday. Black Wednesday is not nearly as good as St. Patrick's Day. The
Yeah,
real
but-
St. Patrick's
but-
Day, which is what we're
but
doing today.
That's what I'm saying. The real drinkers drink on Black Wednesday. The amateurs start at 9 a.m. on St. Patrick's Day.
No, the amateurs are on Black Wednesday too. Are you kidding me? You don't think amateurs are on Black Wednesday? Blake,
No.
amateurs are on Black Wednesday, right?
I'll
Who
hand it
has
over.
big drinking
Wait.
is amateurs?
Who has more amateurs, though? Yeah, who has more amateurs?
Halloween's really bad.
New Year's Eve is the worst. for
New
the
Year's
drinking.
Eve.
Yeah, that is
We all
the
agree on
mecca
that.
of
That's the
bad
mecca.
drinkers.
Hey, Rebecca, climb over this way so the viewers.
Oh, what the fuck? Oh,
don't
Jesus Christ,
fall.
dude.
We're just joking with you. Jeez, I wasn't serious.
Yeah,
I'm surprised
I
it's
can't
held
believe
up.
you did that.
Whoa, hey. What do you need? A little hand sandy? I'm mad at myself for calling a hand sandy. Can we
Are-
say this?
Like, what's this? Yeah, do you want to drink out of
Bunch
this
of
shit?
half-drinking
No, I don't think
whiskeys
so.
here.
No, he poured a bunch. If it's empty, no one's drank out of it. I'm serious. If
I mean,
it's-
I
Blake,
mean this one with the whiskey in it.
Hand Blake a mic. Blake's on mic. I'm saying
Who is this
no
for?
one touched him.
Oh, okay.
Nolan poured 5 shots of whiskey. Those two had them. I didn't have one because I'm
Okay.
taking it easy. And so for you,
God, I can't wait to share 40s again.
Paddy's Irish whiskey.
I think that's the only reason I'm gonna get the vaccine so I can share 40s again. That's it. It's just,
Here's the story behind Paddy's Irish whiskey. Everyone, it's a fun one, so I wanted to grab the bottle. Our Irish whiskey traces its roots back to 1779, but its true name did not come until much later when a salesman by the name of Paddy Flaherty roamed pub to pub and sales pitch upon sales pitch. Paddy was so beloved by the whiskey he sold, in no small part because of the free rounds he gave at every shop. So he was just giving away free whiskey. The whiskey got so popular that they named it after the salesman. That's why it's called Paddy's, after Paddy Flaherty.
there we
Fun
go.
fact.
It's a great whiskey. I love it.
It is great.
I love it because I didn't pay anything for it.
Yeah.
Roaring endorsement for Paddy's whiskey, Ed Town's favorite whiskey.
It could be
on
a
a
proper
Wednesday.
12. I'd still be happy to be
Oh,
here.
yeah.
You know?
That's a piece of shit whiskey.
I heard it's bad.
You know
I
what,
still haven't
though?
had it. I'm a
I
huge
will stick
McGregor
up
fan.
For Conor McGregor whiskey proper 12, it's good mix. I had some
Is it really?
12s and Cokes, and it was good.
Yeah.
It's a shot, you're like, whoa. Jesus
You're a
Christ.
true
Wow.
Irish
Yeah, it's
patriot.
like Irish loyalty.
I did an Irish podcast a couple weeks ago, and the guys there loved it. They were like, no, we should like it a lot here. I'm like, oh, okay.
It's loyalty. That's all it is.
I don't know.
Do you find yourself rooting for Irish athletes, like no matter what?
Yeah.
Because I do too.
I actually had a Mark
really?
McGuire jersey when I was younger.
I
I
love
love on
Mark-
the A's.
Oh,
He
you
got
fucking
traded.
If you're
Fucking
Irish
sellout.
or from Chicago, I'm a fan of yours. For a huge Anthony Davis fan for
from
the
Chicago?
only reason because he's from here. Yeah.
I agree. Chicago Irish. I think that's natural to everyone though. You wrap yourself in what your identity is.
Sure.
Right? Like I don't know. I wish you guys are all Chicago. So if we had someone like Rebecca's Wisconsin though, so she's all about Wisconsin. I think it's natural to be like, this is where I'm from. I support the locals and all that kind of shit. I find it weird when I meet people who don't root for their local sports teams. You know, that's strange to me.
Yeah.
Yeah, I find it annoying when people are like, "I'm a Yankees fan. That's just the way it is," and I'm like, "No,
You're a Cowboys fan.
Dude,
or
you're
you
kinda-
live in fucking New York.
Wait. I'm kind of what?
aren't you? You root for a out of town team, don't you?"
No. Here's the thing. Because of people's hatred, I became a Patriots fan.
See
After the third title.
No,
after the
see,
third
that's not
title,
fair.
No. It was when Tom Brady had that Trump hat in the locker. You know, this guy.
That his wife renounced.
Huh?
His wife renounced it, and so did he later on. He said, "I'm not political. I used to golf." with him."
He was
They
never
didn't
political.
renounce it, yeah.
People don't
It
realize
doesn't
at that
matter,
time, no one thought Trump had a chance to
yeah.
win. It was a joke. He hung it up as a joke, and then they keep on finding dumb reasons to hate the greatest quarterback of all time.
He is the greatest quarterback of all time.
You know,
I
and it's
agree.
just like-
he is. You can't argue it. I
Also,
know
a
I've
lot
got
of-
friends who are like Aaron Rodgers and all this. I go, no, look, Aaron Rodgers is a great quarterback, but there are plenty of times, like that last game when they lost in that title game, and everyone's like, oh, how dumb was Rodgers' coach for not going for it on 4th and 1 or whatever. I go, yeah, that was bad, but also never forget, Aaron Rodgers had 1st and goal and couldn't get the job done.
There you go.
So let's
Fuck
not just
you,
act
Packers.
like no Rodgers. I feel like doesn't show up in big moments the way Brady does,
Mm-hmm.
and I like when people say like, "Oh, well, anything Brady could do, Rodgers could do." Well, he doesn't do it though. And
Right.
Look at years in which Rodgers hasn't had elite receivers. There was one year where Jordy Nelson missed the whole year, and another Packer missed a shitload of games.
Rashard
His
Cardwell.
numbers, he was a guy. He was just a guy.
No,
Without
Rashard
studs,
Cardwell
he's a
was
guy.
there was a couple years, like a decade ago. Just so long. Rashard Cardwell was Tom Brady's #1 receiver,
Yeah.
and he still won the division.
Well, look at Tom Brady has made nobodies into stars.
Yes.
God, you think Julian Edelman
It's
is
a
gonna
lot
be
of
fucking
Belichick,
star
though,
anywhere
right?
else?
No, it ain't. No, it ain't.
No,
There's
it's not
no
Belichick.
way
Look at
you
the
can make
same
those
team.
white right receivers look that good.
This
It's
year-
impossible.
This year showed. No, that's right.
Yeah, look at him. What he did
Yeah,
this year.
Walker, remember
They
him
gave
too?
him 2 black guys. He's like, oh, thank God.
Well, look at fucking. Excuse me. Look at fucking the Patriots this year. The only difference between the Patriots
Yeah,
roster
you're
this year and
right.
last year was Brady. This year
I
showed
feel like
there's
I
more
would have had a
Brady
good argument if it wasn't for Tom
Yeah,
Brady just
Brady-
winning the
this
Super Bowl. So I
season-
should probably shut up.
Before-
I think I'm wrong.
it's fine.
I think I'm wrong, but based on what just fucking happened. Yeah.
Blake, before this year, you had a good argument though.
Yeah,
Over
I know.
Belichick versus Brady.
I'm,
You did.
I'm still living in 2019, man.
No, I hear you, dude. But like, I think about
That
I was
was,
thinking about that whiskey again. That's what I was thinking about. Looking at
that's
that.
not bad whiskey.
No, it's very
Paddy's.
good whiskey.
Again, one more
We need
shout
to
out.
get like some
Yeah,
fucking
thank you,
sponsorship
Paddy's.
for Paddy's. But Blake, dude, you're also a huge UFC guy.
Yeah,
So
Ed is too.
Yeah, we
both of you guys
Yeah.
are, man.
Yep.
We just watched the last one at his place.
Yes.
That last one, what happened? I missed the main event. Was it a real
Disappointing.
It was very
Or no, eye
disappointing.
poke, right?
No.
The prelims it was the best prelim I've ever seen, which is like all like the up and coming fighters, and I watched all those. Like I think I had a show that night. I watched all the prelims, and I was like, this is fucking killing it. All these fights are like they all end in finishes, like
Yeah.
a knockout or a submission, which never happens. Like 6 fights in a row.
It was
and I was
all-
like, these are all entertaining killer fights. And then it gets to the main card,
And
which
it
is headlined by 3 main events.
3 titles.
3 titles on the line, which they also never happen. So three major belts, and one ends with the DQ. They put it, Alistair Sterling. That's his name, right? Sterling got the belt because he got kneed in the head when he was on the ground.
I
So
call
he
him the Funk
illegitimately gets the Funk Master.
Yeah.
he gets the belt illegitimately and then he just throws it on the ground. So I was like, oh, that kind of sucks. So that's
he threw it on the ground like I didn't want to win this way, and then literally 2 hours later, he's on Instagram posting with the championship belt. I'm like, oh, you're full of shit, dude. I like God at that point.
You got to get the photo ops. Also, and then the second one,
Kevin Holland fights this Saturday. I got to put.
Oh yeah, Kevin Holland's the shit.
So this guy Kevin Holland, you want to talk about someone that fights for everything? Last year, he got his call up from Dana White to fight in the UFC. Now he's main eventing a fight card.
Yeah.
Wow, that's impressive.
Yeah,
he's a great shit talker.
He's
too,
a great shit talker.
Which I love.
Shit talker Sal.
That's
I thought about this. So this last card was stacked. 3 title fights, great fighters. I think I saw like 600,000 buys. You know what I mean? Like, and whenever I see UFC fans get so mad that McGregor gets away with shit, we're like, oh, if another fighter did that, they'd be suspended. I'm like, McGregor makes 10 times the money anyone else does. It's not even fucking close.
Yeah.
It's a business decision.
Tell Fernandez it's on the People of Comedy. James Webb just said, tell him it's on People of Comedy. Joe, I'm going to say because James, you're not Mike.
You think Joe's looking on TikTok?
Tell him it's on my. We did. Tell him it's on my.
Joe, you're hanging out with your teenagers online.
People of Comedy Podcast Network. People of Comedy. The internet connection's a little choppy. We've been told.
Joe, you're busy TikToking.
Facebook.com/People of Comedy.
You're busy flirting with underage girls on TikTok.
Yeah, you are.
Yeah.
He got in trouble on TikTok, Fernandez. He's been working hard. I like his TikTok channel. It's really good. But he got in trouble for doing some like borderline nudity. I tell him like, dude, there's rules to some of this shit, so you gotta be careful. He got fucked on one that was kind of bullshit. I posted a clip of Nolan on my TikTok that got flagged because it said something.
Nolan should be immediately flagged on everything.
Nolan's right here by us. Everyone has a joke that he told. Yeah. Old days.
You already fucked up your joke.
You could suck a canine's dick up being canceled. Those are the fucking beautiful days.
Unbelievable.
So the joke was, Nolan goes, how do you get, I'll say to you, Ed. Ed, how do you get a dog to stop humping your leg?
I've heard this joke, but I'm playing around with it, all right?
All right.
How?
You pick it up and suck its dick. Great joke. TikTok was like, nope.
That was the one, that joke, when I watched the podcast, was the one time I was like, fuck, I should have went. Like, that was like, I missed out on a good time.
That was a good one. Yeah, a couple of years. 2019, we were live here for 3 or 4 hours, everybody. And I mentioned before, I disappeared for a couple hours. I think I went to the bathroom and I came back. I just started talking to every person I walked by. You get that kind of friendly sometimes on St. Patrick's Day.
No. I don't see it from you, but all right.
That's why I've always
Joe can be real friendly, and they can be real unfriendly.
Yes, I can.
That's why I love him.
Did ever tell you
you're a polarizing figure?
Did I ever tell you the first show I did with Joe? No, it wasn't the first show, because you booked me for that show. Yeah. It was like the Whip Theater, rest in peace, and God bless all that arson money you're getting.
Tony Valley, we love you.
Yeah.
He's not getting arson money.
It's a real shame that the owners burned it to the ground for insurance money, right? I shouldn't say that. Hey, Tony. Hey, Tony.
I said, let me book it what you want, or I'm burning this motherfucker.
But I know what he did.
That's what everyone said. Your name's Tony Valley. I love you, Tony. But you have a name where people are going to be like, I bet there's a little grease lightning, a little insurance, huh?
Yeah.
Certain names just go that way. You know what I mean? I got a name where it's like, I bet it was drunk driving when I die one day. You know? It won't be, everyone.
Tony, I love you. If you're watching, I love you.
Do you remember when you?
So the first show,
Whip Theater, yeah.
First show Joe booked me for. He must have saw me at one of the open mics I was hosting, and he's like, "Hey, come on and do the show." And then Tony did a joke after your closing set. So Joe was headlining. Tony does a joke after that.
I had a rough set too, if I remember.
And Joe fucking was like, why the fuck is he telling the joke? This is some bullshit. So I go to Joe, I'm like, yeah, like that's gonna make anything better than what the show's over with already. And like trying to joke with him, and Joe goes like, Ed, I love you, but you don't know me like that, and walks off.
You're saying like the headliner, headliner, and then the host goes back up. I'm 100% with you. That drives me crazy.
The level of anger this guy had, does it drive you that much crazy?
Yeah, because that's like a thing I learned right when I started stand-up, even before I was like booked on shows. Like the headliner gets the last laugh of the night.
Yes.
The host doesn't go up and tell a riff at the end. It's like the headliner's the last laugh. You go up if you're hosting, you go up and you say good night, say give it up for everybody.
announcements.
I like to give it up for every. If I'm hosting, I give it up for every staff member. I name them all by name if I can.
Yes.
I give it up for every comic on the lineup, and then I say good night. Because you shouldn't say anything funny after the headliner.
I agree.
That's why a headliner is a headliner.
100% Blake, you nailed it.
Yeah.
And I remember, though, having a rough set, but I finished strong. My last couple bits finished. And so when he did a joke in my brain, whenever a host does a joke after the headliner, I think they're trying to, like, clean up something. And it's like, oh, he wasn't that good, so maybe I should do a joke to clean up his act.
See,
and
Tony
your thing was, I remember getting mad at you. It wasn't.
I can't remember what I said.
I can't remember what you said. It was more that you were trying to be like, oh yeah, huh? Like you were being like nice and chummy, and in the moment I was like, we don't know each other well enough. For you to be like that.
Hey, Ed. No, he didn't say I love you.
You said it like a ball busting thing.
Ed, you're a good comic. He didn't even judge me as a person. Yeah. You're a good comic, but you don't know me well enough to say something like that.
I've had the same talk with you. I've had the same talk with Joe over different things for sure. I've had the same hey. Listen, rookie, come on.
Yeah,
Listen, freshman, I'm a senior.
I don't know. I never had that freshman senior attitude until I don't think anyone has that until they have like things in front of them where they're like, no, I put in time, damn. You know what I mean? But it's usually a lot of bullshit. Though.
I'll give you a good example. It's like this last weekend I got to work with Kevin Bozeman all weekend at Comedy Bar. And it's like one of my favorite comics I've ever. Probably like one. If not my favorite, one of my top 3 favorite comics I've ever worked with.
Nolan, you're getting on the mic in a couple minutes. I want to hear Blake's story.
Great.
In any case,
by the way, real quick, just for people on camera, Nolan is calling me a pussy right now from pouring this drink right here.
I'm gonna pour mine to the rim.
Yeah.
you're gonna witness me getting drunk if you're watching this right now. I'm gonna get blitzed. But the point I was gonna make was Bozeman. Worked with him all weekend, and we went out drinking afterwards. And he just schooled me on like everything comedy. And I listened. Hey, let me finish. He's pulling his fucking penis out.
Was his dick out?
There's no way you can tell Nolan's dick out from how
I
small
can't tell if it was his dick. It was either his dick or a strand off of his jeans. I can't tell. They're the same size.
The zipper flap.
I'm never gonna get through the story, so fuck it.
No.
I want to hear the fucking story.
Who knows who's gonna show their penis next? This is a fucking train wreck.
He's getting held on a podcast right now.
It's not my penis, you idiot. It's my finger.
Sexually
I'm the idiot here.
There's the
I have to
story.
guess if it's his finger or his penis.
The finger dick.
My point is, so Bozeman gave me like fucking so many great tips in comedy, and we're buddies. We went drinking, and he gave me all this great advice.
It's a great drink.
And then it's like, it's when that's someone who I respect. He's been doing it fucking 5 times as long as I've been doing it. And then there's, you meet a newer comic that will start telling you something, and you're just like, shut the fuck up. I just got done talking to Kevin Bozeman. Like, how dare you?
Dude, I had
or like give me a little tip on anything, and like about the show or about a joke. It's like, shut the fuck
arrogance
up.
these people have.
Arrogance, yeah.
Dude, I was like, I made a post one time, like when comedy
yeah.
was coming back, I was like, I don't even know I came back out, like we all came back out straight to real book shows. And like, there was no open mics to warm us up. I had a question like, yo, notes on stage, like, is that cool to do? And literally a bunch of open micers was commenting on it.
Yeah.
Like, absolutely. I'm like, dude.
Well, you know why that happens.
Why not learn how to do it first? Why not learn how to join
shut
the
the
game,
fuck up
join
and
the
study.
league first, get invited to the league.
When you're in
If
single
you're
A, you don't talk to fucking major leaguers. You shut the fuck
It's
up.
almost like you're a decent high school player, and there are pros here, and you're telling a professional how to fucking do what they do. It's like, you don't know what it's like until you're in the league, so shut the fuck up.
They don't.
With all due respect, shut the fuck up.
I don't even know if the due respect is necessary anymore. I'm getting so fucking annoyed with some of them.
With no
you're
due respect.
being nice. You're right. But like,
yo,
with
yes.
due respect.
I
Blake,
take
you're on
back the
that
respect
with
part.
no
Fuck you.
respect. Yeah.
Yeah, with
Shut
no
the fuck
respect.
up.
No respect, dude. You
I
get
am
none.
on board with that. Hell yeah, Blake.
honestly,
I enjoy reading your comments. I laugh at them. I laugh hysterically, and we share it in my message group with James.
I think I just came up with a good album title. No due respect.
With no due respect.
No due respect.
Yeah, with
That's
no
great.
due
That's
respect,
excellent.
No due respect. That's
That
the
works.
next one.
With no
In
due respect.
2022.
What are your albums called? They all
Pay attention.
Pay attention.
2015. Can't complain. 2019, and I didn't say anything bad. 2020.
No due respect. 2021.
2022. I think,
2022, yeah.
I'll be honest. I'm not getting one out this year. I
Let's
could
do it.
release-
You did two pretty close
I did
together, and they're
back-to-back,
both
yeah.
great.
That's pretty. Yeah.
I got lucky though that I had leftover material from Can't Complain, so I had a good 10-minute head start. Right now I'm at like
Can I tell you the
4
honest God
minutes.
truth? I like the more recent one even better than the last
Do
one.
you?
And I'm a fan of everything you put up, but I like the more recent one the most.
I appreciate that.
I think you keep getting better,
you know
which
what?
is weird.
Appreciate
You
that.
know what?
Thank you.
Because you started at a 0 in my mind.
I
Now you're like a 6.
understand. That's 6. Hey man, moving up. I'll take above a 5. I'll take that.
It's
I'm a
fun.
9 with my looks.
You'll
and
get
6 with
there.
my
You'll get there
comedy.
one
That's
day.
a deadly comedy.
I got some
No,
tips for you.
you're getting.
Please tell me what Kevin told you.
You're getting funnier.
Yeah. Deal.
But I Can't Complain is my favorite album.
See, I have people go back and
Because-
forth. I think Jonah
Yeah.
likes my last one better. You like Can't Complain.
Maybe it's
better.
because I was.
I have friends who like Can't
No,
Complain
listen to
better.
me. The last one you dropped, what was it called in?
I didn't say anything bad.
That's the funnier one.
That's my
Like,
favorite. yeah.
Can't Complain is a better album. I look at shit as like an artist. Like, Can't Complain, the title makes sense to every joke that's on there. It's not a mixtape, it's an album.
That's an album, yeah.
You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? Like, to me,
I didn't say anything bad. Was
it's
like,
a mixtape.
It was like half one style. Like the first half was almost a continuation from Can't Complain in a
They
sense.
just,
And the second half, I got a more social commentary,
Yeah.
which was where I didn't say anything bad came from.
yeah.
The second half made sense.
the
Call.
shooter joke, the
That's
public
not
shooting
saying
joke.
bad, yeah.
That's but like not my favorite bit of yours. It's like one of my favorite bits of anybody's.
Oh, thank you, man.
Not to
Such
toot
a-
my own
If you
horn. I was
Google my
there when
name,
that happened.
you were when I
Yeah, I
wrote
was
it
like,
on
Joe,
stage.
whatever that fuck, you need to keep that. It's like, what? Like, yeah.
Yeah.
I was
that's-
very happy I was able to remember because sometimes I'll riff stuff and just completely forget about it. But dude, you're right though. If I could go back to the whole open micer thing, I realized because there's no entry into comedy, and so much of like, if I went back and look at stand-up comedy open mic lists from the first couple of years, I would probably say there was 30 people on the list. I would say maybe 7 of them are still doing it, if that's 6.
That's pretty good. The
That's
first,
probably
your
pretty good.
first
Or
open
maybe,
mic?
yeah, maybe my first year or two.
7?
Yeah, that's. I mean,
We're just
maybe.
hanging out with killers all like,
you
Ed
know,
and I
there's
pretty
so
much
many-
started together, and like
Yeah.
we've seen a million people drop off.
Yeah.
Ed was my first friend in stand-up, really.
yeah,
That's
man.
awesome,
Yeah.
man.
Yeah, man. Me and Blake go back, man. We were Patsy's. It's closed. We can mention the name.
Yeah.
Fuck that place. It's closed. But Patsy's.
I think
was-
we met even before that, but that's when we became.
But that's
like,
when we
close
became friends.
Yeah,
You
yeah.
know, we became friends because we would hang outside of the bar and just shit on every act that went on stage.
Can I tell the story? I'll butcher it, but can I tell the story about you and the lady? Like you. So our mutual friend getting kicked out of the mic, and then I can tell it, of course.
Yeah. No.
All right, so we were open micers, me and Ed at the same time, starting to get booked a little bit, but we were basically open micers.
Yeah.
And there's a lady that we were friends with. I won't say her name, but she was a lunatic, and she got kicked out of the bar we were doing the open mic at. And she was our friend, like she was like a fellow comic and friend. So Ed was going to go up after she got kicked out. She got kicked off the stage and kicked out of the bar. And then Ed goes up and he goes, you know what? Fuck doing a set. I'm going to go ahead and say, fuck this place. I'm not telling any jokes.
Yeah.
Fuck all of you for supporting this fucking place. I'm done here. I hate this fucking place. That guy sucks. He points to the owner of the bar. He goes, fuck that guy. He goes, fuck this whole establishment. And then there's a hot chick in the crowd, and she goes, come on, you're not going to tell any jokes? And he goes, all right, I'll tell one joke. And he goes into his material, and I was like, this is the coolest. I was like, that's what I want to be best friends with this guy. I love this
If
guy.
she was ugly, you would have loved to
No.
But he was off on like a fucking big, like giant,
Dude.
like.
I
But
like
you
this
were
one,
totally on
though.
yourself.
You're not gonna tell any joke?
He was
How
doing
cool
this
is she?
epic monologue of like, fuck, if you're not supporting each other, fuck all of this. You know,
Yeah.
what is this for?
Because what
We're
it
all
is-
fellow comedians. So if she's getting kicked out, then fuck it, I'm done performing here. And then one hot girl goes, come on, tell one joke. And he goes, all right.
All right, for sure. Yeah.
That's right.
Yeah.
It was the greatest
But,
thing
but
I've
the
ever seen.
context of the tirade was there was hecklers in the back of the room. That girl was actually sitting in the audience paying attention to comedy.
Oh, okay.
So, yes, it was because she was hot, but
Yeah.
she actually did want to see
And
comedy.
he was totally right to start getting upset because the problem was the open mic comedian that got kicked out was kicked out partially for not buying enough drinks.
Yeah, so
which is just saying minimum bars need to stay in business. But
that's
if you're
fine. But
performing
as it's,
somewhere, yeah.
progressing, so the night started like that whole 2-drink minimum thing for the open mic is something I fight against.
Yeah.
Not now because they need the business now. But back then, when everyone was open, it's like whatever.
That
like,
was the only place really doing it.
Yeah, it was the only place really doing it.
And I used to
open
run a
mic.
show at that same venue, and that guy was a complete asshole.
Complete dick. So
I hope
there was hecklers in the back of the room heckling, and a comic tried to go at him, and then the owner was like, no, don't disturb the paying customers. I'm like, well, nigga, we all paying customers.
Yeah.
Like, we're all paying customers. If they're disrupting the show, fuck them.
Yeah, you're making
You
us pay.
got
to keep it.
30 comics in here buying 2 drinks. What are
Yeah.
you talking about? So it started with that, and then it led to the girl. She got kicked out because they had an endless fish and chips team, and she shared her second plate with someone else. And that's why she got kicked out.
I mean, like,
And I was just like, you know what? I had enough, and I seen those titties in the front row. I'm like, now I'll get to my set.
there you go, right? But dude,
Nothing
like,
funnier than titties in the front row of a comedy show.
Better than
Am I getting
I remember
canceled?
doing-
Dale's calling me. Dale's coming up, right?
I think he's probably calling Nolan too. Yeah, Dale's gonna pop in. I think Dale McPeak, everyone, very funny comedian.
Hey.
But Ed, man, I'll tell you this: you're talking about titties in the front
I'm
row.
on
whatever.
Kilgallon's
I came
podcast
to a
right now. I
show.
feel
I
like
was
I'm
going from
opening
one
for
show
you,
to another
and you're
show.
calling me.
It was a show like in Oak Park, Illinois, off the Green Line out there, and
I can't even hear you.
I
I'm at
showed up at
Galway.
the show, and a couple of the female comics were like, "Hey, don't do what this male comic did. I'll tell you who it is off air. His name is I
Just
should even say
Initials.
Rhino's Echo. Oh, I fucked it up. I basically said his name. Anyway, no, I love that dude. He's great. But apparently,
I still don't know who it is.
Not
I
the
still don't. Wait, give me another
Shut
clue.
up, come on.
Give me one more clue. Is he really tall and handsome?
He's gorgeous. He's a stone jaw.
Does he have a giant dog?
Did he get past that comedy
You know
club?
what he says?
Hey,
He
wait,
doesn't.
Wait.
He says
Did
he
get
doesn't.
past-
I like him a
wait,
lot,
wait,
but I didn't
wait.
at first.
Can I get honest with you? Did he get past at every comedy club without doing one single open mic?
Because one booker's in love with him.
I'll pass
We're
him if I
having
can
fun,
be my
listeners.
boyfriend. He's
All right.
fucking good looking, man.
So apparently they were like, I'm in the back of the room. I showed them the back. I don't know what the audience looks like. And a couple of female comics were like, all right, listen, this is what so-and-so and so-and-so did. Apparently the woman in the front row was like, beautiful breasts or something. And they couldn't stop commenting. And it made everyone uncomfortable. It was terrible. And I'm like, oh, it's such a dumb. In my head, I'm like, that is a dumb thing to do. It's a real show. You can't just do shit like that.
Yeah.
I then am headlining. I go last as soon as I go, because I go through the back side. I don't see the front. I don't see the front row until I'm on stage. I'm on stage. I take the mic, and in my brain, I'm like, Jesus Christ! Why did they mention this to me? Because
I'm better prepared. What you were looking for, right?
I mean, it was stupid. But back to bar owners, though. Because as comedians, we've dealt with so many fucking bar owners. And a lot of
It's
times
unbelievable.
it's great. You got a guy like Nolan who'll give you the shirt off his back, and it's awesome. And there's other bars like, North Bar, Jim, over there. And like,
Yep.
there's other bars where it's like, there's Timothy O'Toole's. Has always been amazing to everyone. Shout out to Junior Martinez. There's great people who run these bars.
Art, they used to own the drop. Get back in owning the bar business, bro.
Yeah, Art was great too, man.
Yeah.
Oh, the drop was the best, yeah.
Yeah, but there's so many. I think more so than any business because it attracts a certain type of person. I would say 70% of the bars I've been in where I've talked to the owner, I think to myself, how the fuck have you been open this long? Because you're an idiot. You must have family
You're a
money
piece of
because
shit.
you're a piece
Yeah.
of shit. You don't
You're
know what the fuck you're doing. I remember when I ran a show way too early on when I started in 2007. I produced a show. I was like 4 or 5 months in. I was producing a show at this bar that doesn't exist anymore, so I'll say its name. It's called Briscoe's Bistro. I was producing with a buddy of mine and another buddy of mine and like whatever. But I remember it started really hot. We were packed. It wasn't completely a separate room. It was like you walk in, you're in the main bar area, you go to the back and you go around a corner, and then there's like a big, like kind of almost like a restaurant area. But we turned it into a comedy room.
Okay.
And we were doing great for 6-7 weeks. I remember I had Kumail headline a show, and Kumail dominated so badly. People in the audience were like, "Do you have something we could buy off of you? Because we want to buy." So that's how much they liked him. I had T.J. Miller, Hannibal.
Yeah.
Hannibal came for the one show too, where it was like a fuck around show, and he wanted me to introduce him as Hannibal Spicy Dick Burris, which I always thought was hilarious.
It's
And I named my
amazing how
fans football team
terrible-
You
Spicy
should
Dick.
kept that name.
Dude,
I should have kept
Dude,
it.
there's so many great comics that did start off with terrible names, like
But that was-
E. Hamilton, like
Yeah.
Davey Boy Hellum.
Dave Hellum, who just got engaged. Congrats to Dave, and
Congrats
has
to him.
a special dropping on Epics, I think, right? And he writes for a few shows now, Comedy Central shows too. He was Davey Boy Hellum forever, and I remember I moved to LA. I came back to headline show on that Comedy Exposition Festival, and Dave was hosting, and I remember saying, "Hey, give it up for Davey Boy one more time." And after the show, he's like, "I'm not Davey Boy anymore," and I'm like, "Well, I didn't fucking know." And I said to him, "You'll always be Davey Boy to me."
Yeah, I mean, it makes sense because, like, you don't, like, when you first start off, you don't know what the fuck you're doing. So
well, I think a lot of the urban rooms had nicknames, if it's safe to say, without sounding white as fuck.
Here we go. Let's
Hold
get
on,
Here we go.
Hold on, Joe.
I'll do
Come
it.
on, it's not always the urban room.
No, there's plenty of white comics who have nicknames.
Hey, my
like
wife
that.
Natasha just bought me a White Claw.
There you go, Natasha.
Where the hell's mine?
I still think she's a Russian spy. I don't trust her. No,
She
I'm
might
kidding.
be.
She's
Yeah.
great. I love her. She's
Yeah. Her way to bring down the government is
Yeah.
fucking a comic in Chicago.
There
I
you
used
go.
to do this thing where I used to host. I still do, but I used to host the open mic at Comedy Bar when it's just a straight up open mic. Now it's kind of different. But I would bring people up and I wouldn't know them. I just read their names. So I would love to go. Your next comic, I don't know them, but I guarantee you they're black. And I go, give it up for Wild Man, the wildest man McGee.
Washington.
And it
Oh,
would, of
McGee.
course, be a black guy.
Yeah. Not with the
And-
name
and-
McGee, but I get it.
Not McGee. But it would be like Charles, the wildest.
Which is crazy. Which is crazy. Like,
And I was like, I know one thing about this guy already.
comedic
He's
history,
not
like
Irish or Italian.
Davey Boy,
I can't wait to meet him.
E-Dot. Like, we all grew up on comedy.
Bald head.
We all grew up on Common View.
hilarious, too.
So like we like that's what they did in Common View. So I get, but like seeing a 19-year-old nigga come up with like a wacky nickname is crazy.
I think it's funny. to
Wildcat.
start with
There was
it.
other ones.
Brian the Wildcat Smith is one of my favorite comics ever,
awesome.
and that
No, he's
nickname
great.
works for him. And it's sort of like if
No,
he would have
totally.
his Brian Smith, it would be like that's kind of dull. Brian the Wildcat Smith sounds better.
Jake.
Oh.
Jonah Jerk
Hi,
just
Jonah.
flipped off Blake, which I don't know if it's real or not. I think it's fake. He's not. I just wanted your attention.
He just wants attention.
So-
He always does.
Hey, buddy, you want to come on soon, Jonah?
Hey, he's a cat
Oh, I
person.
forgot to mention, dumb barners don't deserve fucking own bars. So that place, I ran a show at Briscoe's Bistro. You know, we had a great run initially, and then, you know, shit started to fizzle out, come, like, weather got warmer. And I remember we had, like, 21, 22 people on my side of the bar. His side of the bar had 6. And he's, like, saying, what's happening, man?
Yeah.
You gotta step it up, dude. I mean, I don't know if I'm gonna keep this going. And I'm like, motherfucker, if I wasn't here, you wouldn't have enough people to put the fucking lights on. And then I was like done with that, and I didn't want to run shows again until I came
Man.
across O'Toole's.
Man, yo, so
And I ran some.
here's a real trigger warning story. We moved from the drop. The drop closed down. We moved to Sedgwick Stop. No Fun February. Quick update to everyone. No Fun February is the thing where we don't drink. We try to eat better. We try to better ourselves as comics. So lifestyle is detrimental.
Oh, can you hold the thought? Nolan, you want to grab the mic? Just to listen or talk? I got to piss. I've been holding a piss for 5 minutes. Let me get Jonah on here. You guys can take over my own podcast.
Yeah.
Jonah Jerkins, hold the thought, though. You're to my trigger warning, open mic. Jonah.
Let me just host for you for now.
All right, well, Blake, you can host. But Jonah, you want to grab the mic?
Come on in. I bet he spills something.
All right,
I bet you. I bet you he
tell
spills
the story,
something.
then.
Hey, everyone hand sanitizer up real quick. We got to show we're being safe.
Yeah. Let me a minute. He's got a fit. Ed was in the middle of a boring story. Let's hear the end of that bullshit.
No, you know what? I don't know if it's necessarily gonna be funny.
No, it was gonna be
Piece of
good.
shit.
I'm fucking with you.
How the fuck you fuck with my self-esteem? God damn it.
It was gonna be good. Finish it up.
Wait, were you talking about being boring? So Ed was talking?
Double rose.
Yeah. Yeah.
Anyways, where was that?
So anyway, that's all good.
So we started talking about anyways, the backstory. Joe was talking about money and comedy and how these bars don't appreciate our service, right? So we moved to Sedgwick Stop, and then No Fun February happened, which everyone jumped in on for some reason. Like usually it's only like 5 of us,
Yeah.
but everyone jumped in. The last year everything was open, and you know the bar took a hit, and then the bar manager at the time came to me and was like, yo, Ed, we're struggling on Mondays. I'm like, yeah, we're 2 weeks into No Fun February. It'll be fine.
Yeah.
He's like, yeah, man, you used to bring me in $900 every week. Now it's down to $300. And I was like, $900? So then I messaged Art from the drop, like, yo, how much money I start bringing you in and you start paying me? He was like, about $250. I'm like, get the fuck out of here.
Yeah.
Like, these people, not Nolan, these people will rape you over. You got to know what the fuck you're doing. That's what I'm thinking about doing.
That's the thing is, like, I think the comics should know their own worth, but wait till you're worth your own worth. If that makes sense.
Exactly.
Like, if you're like, hey, you kind of shorted me. It's like, if you still suck, shut the fuck up.
Yeah.
Like, you're lucky to get $30. Get the hell out of here. Like, people have a shitty set and be like, I deserve more money because the club made more. It's like, your set deserved $0. So what are you complaining about?
Yeah.
I think artists should get paid, but fucking earn your pay, right?
No. What's that, Nolan? What'd you say?
I don't know. You got to pull your dick out again?
Did I
No
miss
one would
that?
know. Hey, Nolan has 0 sexual assault accounts because no one knows his dick is out.
That's a
I know you are, cunt.
They go, Nolan, quit poking your pinky out of the front of your underpants. And he goes, pinky?
Pinky? I'm at a full-blown boner right now.
He goes, all right, I'll put my pinky away, I guess. Then he winks at everybody. You got anything to say, or you too fucked up?
Huh?
He asked his own question.
No, I'm good. I have a lot to say, actually.
Oh, yeah, what's up?
Well, I agree with what Ed's saying, but I think also, like, the thing that fucked me up the most is I was on a show at a bar, and then the guy sat down and was like, yeah, you're building this amount of liquor sales, but, like, this is how much it costs to pay my servers, to heat the room, to electricity, all that shit. So really there's not – you think we're making profit, but we're not. So, because he was like, we're paying you this amount of money, but we're actually, are you okay, Joe?
What time is it? Oh, my God. It's only 6.
I was trying to be athletic. Go ahead. Go ahead.
Oh, yeah. Welcome to self-
The point is like,
Man,
Hey, can I tell you something?
You can tell it's 2021.
I was in
The
St.
White House
Patrick's
got
Day
replaced by
mode.
the Black
I
House.
just seen a white dude hopping
Happening-
over this
happening
thing.
in the
I was
bathroom,
just
yeah.
like, who the fuck is this nigga?
the point is that comedians think that, nah, it doesn't matter.
I'm going to give the mic right back to Blake. But Ed, I had a clip from when you were on the podcast last that was great, but then you dropped the N-word, and I'm like, well, I can't monetize this on YouTube now. So
You know what? Fuck you too.
What's fucked up is I was about to drop
Put
it like
on-
5 times in a row, but
Yeah.
I'm going to hold off now. I
Put
didn't
it
know
on
we were gonna
blackpeoplemeet.com.
demonetize. I didn't know about
Diversify
the
your reach,
demonetized
dude.
thing.
I'm sorry, Jonah. What were you saying about the heat and all that other bullshit?
I'll jump out.
Doesn't matter.
You too.
No.
It straight up doesn't matter. No, the point I'm trying to say is like comedians like sit there and they're like, well, I'm making you this amount of money, but they don't realize that like, yeah, what it costs us this amount of money to run this show. So like you think this is all profit, but it's not. So we need to like, there needs to be like an open-ended conversation with that.
But that's the problem.
You're totally
these
right.
owners, they don't do that. Like when I talk to Art, like when Art, for example, right?
Yeah.
I hate to. This is so inside baseball. I'm sorry. But when I was talking to Art was like making $250 a night, and he decided to start paying us.
Right.
At that moment, he's like, "Yo, on a Monday night, for a couple hours, this is pretty good."
Right.
So the fact I'm bringing in almost $1,000 on a Monday to a
Right.
fucking small shitty bar.
Right. Yeah.
It's a moral
That's
obligation.
so little.
Well, that's the most frustrating thing about running a show with a
That's
bar
good
is that
about
like
that.
a lot of times they don't
wait.
understand like you have the same goal. Like your goal is to bring in people to make the most amount of money at the bar sales. So why are you not promoting this show with me? Like that's the problem in Chicago.
They want to hire established work already.
Right. Yeah.
You know, like the Wednesdays at Zanies, established work.
Right.
Sorry.
Yeah.
I'm talking.
I especially get the Monday thing. Yeah.
if I could add, like, the whole idea of live entertainment, as much as I want universal health care and I side with socialists and other things, this doesn't exist without capitalism. The idea of having a lot, because think about it, I want to be a stand-up comedian. You don't have it as a profession unless you could make some sort of commerce out of it, whether it's selling drinks or whatever. It's got to be a
Right.
show, and comedy like sports, and like movie theaters. If you really look at movie theaters, movie theaters don't make their profit selling movies. They make
No.
a profit on popcorn.
Popcorn, yeah.
And
Exactly.
soda.
Yeah.
Or Coke, as I said.
You know,
popcorn,
Yeah.
the gas stations in America make all their money on their
I
what they
read
sell in the store, not the gas.
that. I don't know how true that used to be true, but I think gas companies are so evil. I don't know what the real
But
thing is
no,
anymore.
but the owners of the gas station are
the
making,
owners, yeah.
that's
The
what I'm
companies,
talking about,
you're right.
No, the companies are making money on gas stations.
I read that, like the Hard Rock Cafe, everyone. Hard Rock Cafe is a T-shirt store that sells burgers. They're not a burger joint that sells T-shirts. Thank you so much, Rebecca Gibson. They make their money off the T-shirts, the Hard Rock Cafe T-shirt. And the same thing with like movie theaters. If you don't buy popcorn or a drink, they're like, fuck.
Yeah.
Beers, bars make their profit off a draft. They want
Right.
to buy draft because a 20-ounce glass of Miller Lite is a fucking nickel to the bar.
Right.
But they sell it to you for $3-4. It's so much profit.
Yeah.
You know?
I gotta say this is the first comedian trick I learned. Like for a bartender to hook you up, order draft. Order draft beers because
Oh, for sure. And also find out where they live, and then somehow have a connection with that. I did that last night at a bar, where it's like, yeah, I had a girlfriend that went to school there, and they'll hook you up. Like,
Yeah.
it's
That's a good life
you
hack.
very
Just
much.
become
Thank you.
friends with people
anyone that serves
don't
alcohol.
sell you alcohol.
there you go. And I'm actually out
That's
on
a little
that
life
note. I'm
hack.
out on
Yeah.
that note.
You can use that. If
you
you're
never
watching,
have
you can
you
use
never
that.
have more things in common other than with somebody who serves you alcohol. It's insane. We're like,
Yeah.
oh, yeah.
One of the best friends. All right, I'm getting out of here. There's too many mics in
All
the
right.
third round. I am going to pour a drink of whiskey out of safety and take this glass with me. Colt.
Good man. Thank you, Ed Towns. Jonah, man, how are you, buddy?
That sounds-
I'm fantastic. Thank you for asking.
Good to see you, dude.
Good seeing you, man. I didn't know you. I am so surprised that you did a 2-year
Really got
anniversary
in there.
podcast.
3-year anniversary.
3?
podcast.
Is it 3?
Yeah,
Get
it's
the
3
fuck
years.
out of town,
Started
really?
in,
I felt like yesterday.
right about, I think the first episode we actually recorded. Here's a little history for everyone.
Well,
listening.
2-year anniversary of this podcast. Of this
It feels like
live
only
at-
yesterday you did the first
Oh, yeah, well,
awful
yeah.
one of these.
2
Yeah,
years
yeah.
ago, we were here on 2019 for the 1 year.
Yeah.
So the 1-year anniversary we did live at Galway. The 2-year we couldn't do live. I did I did a live stream of the 2-year in which I had a bunch of comics popping in and on.
Yeah.
And the very first episode ever was in your kitchen.
Yeah.
We recorded it. We didn't
Who was it?
film
Was it you
There
and me and who else?
Joe McMahon.
Yeah. Oh, I love that podcast. Yeah.
So fun.
You
were
got
on a
real
bender.
political.
Remember that you were on a 29. Did we get political? You were on a 29. I don't think we got political. You were on like a 30-day bender at the time.
Yeah, I was. I ended up finishing that bender for 32 days.
Yeah, that was like your goal though. You're like, I'm gonna get drunk every day for 32 days or
In
something.
February was 28. Yeah,
28.
28 days in February. But then I ended up doing 4 extra days. That's also when I met my girlfriend. And I'm like, you're seeing me at my worst.
What is it today in this version of?
Just 2 days.
Well, dude, you know what's really funny?
Because me and Jonah got blackout drunk last night, which
I
was a
I
lot
believe
of
that
fun.
you guys are roommates now, which is
It was
just a
St.
sitcom.
Patrick's Day Eve. What are we not gonna get fucked up?
Yeah, St.
on a
Patrick's
Monday.
Yeah.
You fucking
You
We
gotta
got
do it.
drunk at Jacqueline's in Lakeview. Shout out.
I've been
Also,
to Jacqueline's.
Comedy Bar. is
Great
one of the
bar,
best
great
shows I
dive
ever had
bar in
during the week.
by
That's
Laugh
great.
Factory.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I was gonna say
Curtis
you
Lo-
had your girlfriend that you're with now. She was on the podcast
She
last
was.
year for the 2-year
Yeah,
anniversary.
because you
Or
got
2
so
years ago,
drunk.
1-year anniversary.
Because
I
we
got-
all got so drunk
all got so drunk.
that we were like, we're done. And then she was like, I'll podcast.
Yeah, and I popped back on not knowing who she was. I didn't know she was your
So
girlfriend.
we just
I hopped
started.
on me, I'm
Yeah.
like, who's
yeah.
this saucy little redhead? Huh? They
Yeah.
Come to be on the podcast, like fucking moron.
And I was like, I
I wasn't
disagree.
hitting on her, but I remember being like, "Oh, we got random babes popping on the podcast to say hello. That's cool. Look at the reach of this thing."
Did you officially release that podcast? So the people listening right now, do they?
I don't know if I did or not because it was so long to
Yeah.
upload. It was like 3 hours. But
You've
I
been
definitely
releasing
subscribed
clips.
to Patreon. I released some clips. My favorite clip that was released was you talking about your dad dying
And then
no
Nolan?
paying attention
Yeah.
to you.
Yeah.
Well, Nolan first was like, "Shay, shut the fuck up." He's talking about his dad
Yeah,
dying.
yeah.
He's like, "My dad's not dead. My dad's playing pool. And maybe he's dead. I don't know, Dad." He's like,
Yeah.
Because Nolan's dad was in town.
Yeah.
It was great. Is Nolan not going to be on the podcast?
I
Why do
really
feel
want.
James is so
I really
happy
want
about
Nolan to
that?
take my place because I.
Because you're done.
You want to go
It's-
back and drink with people, right?
No, it's more that he's going to be so much better content than
Well,
me
we'll
or
try to
anyone
get
else could
Nolan back
provide.
on.
Nolan's
We only got 10
Nolan
minutes
is the
left.
funniest person in Chicago, and all my friends are comedians. He makes me laugh harder than anybody.
Oh, when he put that bottle of Dolly's down, or whatever it was, 2 years ago, I was like, we're done.
We were in trouble. at that
Yeah.
moment.
This is not going to be good for us. And watching, dude, it's so funny because you've been releasing those clips, and I cannot imagine a more embarrassing clip. Like, we are clearly blacking out.
Dude, you know what's really embarrassing? So, St. Patrick's Day 2018, I didn't do, I didn't start the podcast yet. I think I started the podcast I released the first episode the day after St. Patrick's Day.
Yeah.
So that's why St. Patrick's Day is still the anniversary, right? And so I released it. But anyway, the actual St. Patrick's Day that year of 2018, I went Facebook Live. After I was here watching Ireland versus England rugby, I went to a bar. I went to Snickers, I think it's called, over on Clark with Nolan.
Yeah.
And I was like, I got to get out of here. I was going to go down to a Tool, so I'm waiting for an Uber. And while I was waiting for my Uber, I went on Facebook or Twitter, and I see people shitting on St. Patrick's Day.
Yeah.
Like going like, oh, it's fucking green shirt wearing douchebags. And I just was like, you know what you are? I went Facebook Live to tell people what I felt. I'm like, you're nothing but a bunch of jealous little fucking losers. Sorry you're not invited to the fucking party. Oh, you don't like St. Patrick's Day? St. Patrick's Day doesn't like you. Everyone who doesn't like St. Patrick's Day is a pathetic douchebag who doesn't have friends.
Yeah.
And you're just mad because you're walking around sober and you see people drunk having the time of their lives and you're like, I want to be part of that. But instead, you know you'll never be part of that. So then you fucking...
Yep, you embrace
they go outward and they start shitting on something, get all judgy.
Negativity, yep.
So then I went on a tirade and I was going live on it and people walk by and I'd be saying shit to them. And I literally... This is on my regular Facebook page that I don't even check anymore because Facebook's dead in my mind. I went in the Uber and I stayed live on the Uber. So the whole Uber ride, I'm live and there's a couple behind me.
Oh, no.
And what's really funny is everyone's giving me shit being like, this broke ass went Uber pool, like all the people on live. It got so many comments on live where everyone's like, you're insane. I can't believe you're still live while you're in the Uber. This is so funny. Come to this pub, come to that bar, come here, come here. I'm like, no, I'm going to this place. I just lost my mind because I got mad because in my brain I'm like, why is it okay to shit on St. Patrick's Day on St. Patrick's Day?
Right.
But any other holiday, you're a piece of shit. Like imagine like if it's some other day.
Right.
Like, you know what I mean? Casimir Pulaski Day, I'm making fun of Polish people. I feel like people would be like, you can't do that anymore.
Right.
If you're making fun of, like, it just, I don't like that.
Yeah, I think you should make fun of Polish people every day of the calendar year.
Actually, that was a bad
example. What I've been doing for
life.
2 decades.
NWO for life. You've been
for
doing
2 decades.
But, dude, like, I really think, and I don't want to be one of those, like, white dudes where it's like, oh, why do they get to do this? But in general, it's so acceptable to shit on Irish people on our day. I'm just like, any other day. You have 364 fucking days to do this, and you're going to give us a hard time today. And it's not like we're not the fucking Germans, no offense, Germany, but, like, the fucking Irish have been oppressed like motherfuckers.
Right.
That's why I think the people who come from oppressed backgrounds are the funniest. Black, Jewish, Irish, all oppressed backgrounds.
Yeah.
And let us have our fucking day in which we get a party. We wear green, we drink, we celebrate, we dance, we sing. Let's do it.
Yeah.
I'm sorry that you don't think it's fun. Sorry someone puked on you on the L train.
Yeah.
Don't work at St. Patrick's Day.
Yeah, puked on your floor in front of your couch.
I did. You want to tell me that story?
Oh, sorry. Somebody puked on your floor.
We told the story in the podcast.
I
christened Jonah's new place by throwing up all over the floor.
It was amazing. We talked about it in your...
They checked on me.
Hey, if you want to hear about it, you can listen to a previous podcast on Joe Kilgallon's Pub.
I went to Joe and I go, hey, buddy, man, are you feeling okay? Like, you think you make the bathroom? And you just look at me and you go, no way. And then you puked 5 more times in a row.
Yeah. You're so amazing because you like looked over the couch and you're like, and like, and I talked about how like because we're roommates, we were perfectly drunk where like it didn't make us gross.
Yeah. Oh yeah,
gross out.
We were nice and buzzed. Like if I was sober and I had to clean up a puke, I would have puked on your puke.
On your face. I
would have been like, this is the worst day of my life.
Yeah.
But we were so like pleasantly buzzed. I was like, I got you.
Don't worry about it, pal.
I got you, so Joey. Let's
Don't
go.
worry about it. Yeah.
Let's
He's
go.
a dad.
I like Oasis too. Don't worry about it.
You would puke and then I clean up your puke and then you puke again. And I'd be like, all right, let's go.
Let's
go round 2. Let's go.
Yeah,
no problem, Mr. Joe.
Yeah.
Let's go.
I looked at Blake. I go, this is why we go to Costco. We're good to go. We're good to go. We're good to go.
Get the paper towel money.
Yeah.
I did feel like a dick because a couple days later when I talked to you about it, I mean, the next day I was hungover till like 8 p.m. at your place or 7.
Yeah, I babysat you all day.
You did babysit me. I felt bad because Blake and a few other people went over to Nate Burrows to watch like the AFC playoff game or something.
Yeah, something. Yeah.
And you were like, I can't leave him myself. So you just stay behind.
Yeah, I was like, I'm gonna be by my buddy Joe because I love you. Like, you're like one of my best friends. I love you. Like,
I'll
take care of you 100%. I've never seen anybody hungover like that.
I owe you a nice gift card or something.
Oh.
I felt bad because a couple days later, you were like, you never thanked me. And I'm like, I didn't? And I'm like, no, you know what I did? Here's what I do. In my brain, I'm sorry is the same as thank you. So if I kept saying, I'm sorry I puked, I'm sorry I puked. So in my brain, that's the same as thank you for cleaning the puke, which it might not be. And now I realize I
do believe that if it was the opposite role, you would have done the same for me, I feel like.
Sure. I've cleaned up friend puke.
Yeah.
I had one buddy.
So
I never did this, though. I had one friend who I actually don't like now. I think he's a huge piece of shit, and has always been, and I've just learned it recently. But he did do a really cool, maybe not cool, but weird move, where a friend of ours, on his 21st birthday, passed out on the toilet and passed out while shitting. And so my friend, when he went to like get him off the shit and do all that, was like, he took the whole roll of toilet paper, wiped it around his hand, just a whole roll of toilet paper, and wiped his ass.
Oh, nice.
I'll clean your puke, boys.
No, I would never do. I wouldn't do that for anyone on the planet.
Unless I made you or co-created you, I should say more accurately.
Yeah, you'd probably have to do it for your kids.
I will clean my
boys'
Even if I have
kids
poop.
one day, never.
Unless you're my dog or my blood, I am not wiping your ass ever.
I'm not doing it.
I miss when it was okay to fuck with people that were too drunk. Like in high school, like a guy that had like a party at his house when his parents were gone, passed on his couch, and then we picked up the couch. We walked it 3 blocks away onto a hill, and then we went home and locked the door on him. So he woke up on a couch on a hill. And it was like, what the fuck? And I also, sorry.
No, that's so good.
This is the same guy. Is during that same moment, I saw his keys. I took his keys. I make a copy of them at Menards, and I broke into his house. I understand the story. I broke into his house. He had a Buzz Lightyear toy.
Any of this?
He like loved the Buzz Lightyear toy. I stole his Buzz Lightyear toy.
You dick.
Yeah, and I was in Wisconsin. I'm from Wisconsin, and I would take pictures of this Buzz Lightyear, because he was like, I don't know, having a Buzz Lightyear toy, and I was like, that sucks, man. I don't know.
So
and I would take pictures. I would drive. I drove to Madison, Wisconsin, and I took pictures of him at the Capitol, and I would send him ransom notes
of like a number he didn't know existed.
He had no idea. I sent him like your toy's gonna be destroyed, or whatever. And then I bought an identical toy. And I burned it in a fire, and I took a picture of it, and I sent it to him, and he started to cry.
You evil prick.
I know.
Come on, man.
He started to cry, and then I finally was like, it was me the whole time. Here's your toy. And I've never seen anybody. It felt like I gave his child back to him. It was insane.
Was he so happy?
He was so happy.
Hey, Nolan, you want to come on? Nolan, we got like 2 minutes. Nolan!
Don't take my seat.
I'm sorry for podcast listeners when you listen to the audio eventually of this. I didn't mean to yell. Jonah, you want to tell Nolan to fucking see if he wants to pop on?
Yeah, if you're still listening.
Nolan,
scares the shit out of me.
We're wrapping up. Jonah.
Sit down. I'm going to give him my mic.
Oh. Jonah, stand.
I've been out for a while. Love you, Joe. I'm taking it.
No. Hand that mic to Jonah then. Jonah, stick around.
Okay. I'll hop over this way.
Okay. All right, I'm here.
What do you mean there's 1 minute left? There's a time limit in this shit?
How warm is that?
Can I plug something real quick?
Blake Burkhart's going to plug something, everybody.
How's it going? I'm on Laugh Factory tomorrow night.
Laugh Factory tomorrow night. They'll all be there. Everyone. The show just sold out from that little plug.
Can I plug something? Can we give fucking James Webb a fucking round of applause for dealing with
us
2 years? That's insane.
So nice of him.
I feel so fucking bad for him.
Now we got 30 seconds left.
Yeah, I know, right? Yeah, right? Yeah. You got 10 seconds. What do you want to say?
Fuck you.
That makes sense, yeah.
So, Nolan, how's
That's how great of an interviewer he
how's
is.
quarantine been treating you?
Pardon?
How's everything going, dude?
Not too bad, lad.
You know what I like about you?
Everything.
The gray is making you more handsome. You
Agree.
look, it doesn't
yeah.
look hotter today
Yeah.
than you did like 7 years ago.
You're fucking crushing
I'm
it.
also sucking in.
Fucking
Disagree, you hot piece of shit.
Well, I just want to say thank you for showing up. I really appreciate it.
That's
and
my
thank you
favorite
very
part
much
of
for doing
Chicago.
this.
Galway Bay is the best part
Can't
of
wait
Chicago.
to pay you the
Yeah.
$25.
Yeah, 25 is what we all did.
I think if anybody's in Chicago, for the love of God, go to Galway Bay. It has always been my favorite bar. Nolan's
Galway
been an
Bay,
incredible person.
He stole my phone.
stole his phone.
I tried to kick his door.
Yeah. I've never been. Did you hear about that?
Let's hear this story. Go ahead.
What happened?
We had the same phone in a very similar case.
Yeah, sure. And so nothing occurred to you that you had two iPhones on you? Poor
Nolan has seen the worst of me always, and I got so fucking drunk I must have took his phone and I went home, and that was the one night I decided to sleep till 2 a.m, and I get text from him being like, I have deliveries, I own a bar, I fucking need my phone, and I didn't know what to do. So and I was like,
I think it was Joe Lewis that drove me over there.
Yeah.
And I was like fucking knocking the door, and I end up knocking the wrong person's door.
Yeah.
And I said, I'm going to kick your door in, motherfucker. I want my phone. And then he told me today, he's like, when he was dropping the phone off, and thank you for driving it over.
Of course.
But he just told me earlier, I was scared to death that you're going to fucking hit me or punch me.
I thought he was going to be. I went to his place, and I was like, he was your phone, I'm so sorry. And I thought he was going to be like, oh, no problem, just fucking knock me out. Because, the text where he was like, I own a bar, I am a business person, I need this to complete my day. And I was like, oh, I slept so soon in the afternoon. I was such a piece of shit about it. I've never felt so bad in my life. I'm so nervous to be around Nolan.
Here's what Nolan's
Nolan's a great guy.
No, Nolan is an absolute sweetheart. I mean, you know that.
Yeah.
But what cracks me up is Nolan has often said to someone, I'll fucking headbutt you.
Yeah.
And that threat alone makes people go, he's probably done it before. Headbutting is a psychotic move.
Yeah.
It's a science. A science.
Well, tell me, how many people you actually headbutted?
He's headbutted me in my chest, which is why I wear my pillow right now.
Full headbutt?
Yeah.
Did it?
Long time ago. Yeah.
Practice
Which was, to Adam Burke, Sean Flynn, all these comedians texted me and was like, Nolan's really mad at you. You took his phone. And I woke up to that, and I was like,
I wasn't mad at all, though.
No, dude, you're frustrated. Why? How could you not be frustrated?
Actually, it was kind of fucking a breath of fresh air not having a phone. Nobody was bothering me.
Peace.
Yeah.
I didn't care. I wasn't mad at all.
I felt so bad. I still feel bad. I felt so bad.
Well, we
figured it out.
So Joe Fernandez was in here one night, and he decided to drink for me.
Yeah.
And this is no joke. You can ask him, obviously. I had to take him home to his new apartment and hold him and walk him in.
Really?
Put him in. He was out of it.
Yeah. I've never seen him like that.
Put the window down the Uber because he's going to puke. That was the night he texted you that said, you're going to have a drink off.
Oh, the chat. Yeah.
Jonah couldn't drink shit.
No, I can't. Yeah. No.
We'll do it.
There's no way.
If you want to know, you do drink for me. That's why I literally had to take him home. I held his back like this, walked him into the new apartment, put him down.
He asked me, he goes, Nolan, and you should have a drink off. I go, Nolan's going to destroy me. Nolan's the best drinker right now.
Nolan's a fantastic drinker.
Yeah. I'm getting worse
I
and
don't know
worse.
if that's a good thing.
No, it's a great thing. What are you talking about?
It is. You don't want to be bad at something. You might as well be good at something. I had a night where I was visiting from L.A., and I came over here after hours, and that was Nolan staying with me. Nolan would always give me shit going, hey, one of these days you want to show up during business hours? Because I came every time, 10 times in a row. I came after the place was closed.
Yeah.
Knock on the door, be all secret about it. And I don't know, we were just drinking heavily. There was not that many people here. But I remember I stood up and went running to the bathroom. And all of a sudden Nolan pops his head in and he goes, you're puking in the women's room. I was. I just thrown up all over the women's bathroom. We were talking about this before you hopped on. Jonah got a new place. I'm the first person to puke at Jonah's new place. He lived there for 2 weeks.
It wasn't one puke. It was all over.
Am I still the only person to puke there?
No. Yeah. So he was sleeping on the floor. He wakes up and he runs to the bathroom. And I'm like, what the fuck?
And I place to sleep.
Dude, so the toilet seat goes up. He's on his knees. I see him throw up before the toilet seat goes up, and then the door closes. And I'm like, and then I just hear him throwing up. I'm like, what is happening in there?
Oh, dude.
That was bad timing. I remember lifting it, but I didn't lift it quick enough.
No, yeah. It was all over. Yeah.
All on the top.
Which I'm sure you fucking deal with all the time.
I had it once where when I was in high school, I think 2002, 2003, Kerry Wood was pitching, and I remember thinking it'd be a fun idea. Kerry Wood was a strikeout artist.
Yeah.
Just nasty serve, 90-mile-an-hour fastball. I'm like, it'd be a fun drinking game. I'm going to down a beer for every strikeout he has. And I wanted to
I hope it wasn't the 20-game strike.
No, I would have died. I would have died if it was 20K.
Actually,
game.
I wish it was if it was me.
Yeah.
Buddy. Keep
Hey,
striking.
yeah, buddy.
That's championship level if you could have survived
Yes.
that. But I was like, I'm going to do it. And luckily, he had like 6 Ks in the first 3 innings, and that was enough for me because it was full. I got Ice House, which is just the scummiest of scumbag beers.
Well, you're a scumbag.
Yeah.
I'll
Yeah,
wear
you are.
that one, at least at the time, maybe. And my now wife was there with me, and it was in my own basement.
That poor
And I was
woman.
still living at home. I
Who's
think I was
playing
just-
this
I was like
fucking
a
garbage?
senior in high school. And I remember I'd eat Subway for lunch. Cubs games at 1:20. I go running to the bathroom to throw up. And it was one of those, my bathroom in my parents' basement, when you walk in, the toilet's at the end. So you walk in, sink here, shower here, and around like the bend is the toilet. I go to turn the bend to go get to the toilet. I throw up half a turkey sub for Subway all along the wall. Full pieces of lettuce in the vomit. So disgusting, so gross. But what's sad about it was I remember having the idea going, I'll get like 4 or 5 friends over. Nobody wanted to do it. I did it by myself, and I failed. I lost.
I just want to also say a shout out to Sean Flanagan and Adam Burke from being complete pussies.
Yeah, for that being here. Yeah, fuck them.
I will headbutt them.
I mentioned them, yeah.
Here's the key to headbutting. So my uncle Malachi was notorious for headbutting.
Yeah.
Called him half her head. The old heading him. But he taught me when I was a kid, like 12 years old. He also taught me how to swim. Do you know how he taught me to swim? He threw me in the deep end of the pool, and I couldn't swim, and I just laughed at me until I got to the end.
Psychotic.
And, the trick is, buddy, forehead, snout, put your foot on top of the other guy's foot. So once you do headbutt him, he can't move, and then finish him. Finish him.
There you go. Headbutting 101
Put your
from
foot
an
on him,
expert.
Because once you do, don't let him go.
The stepping on the foot is clutch, man. Like when people say UFC is real, there are times where I'm like, if it's real, I should be able to knee a down opponent. Because in real life, my fighting move was I get the guy on the ground, try to stand up and kick him in the head a bunch. You win.
Hey, if it was allowed in UFC, I'd be a champ.
It should be allowed. The fucking headbutt right to the
Right,
sternum.
just go sink the head in him.
Hell yeah. Well, I want to end on Flannery and Sullivan being fucking pussies.
Pussies.
We got to wrap it up though because James Webb was sweet enough to bring a lot
Thank
of
you very much,
expensive
James Webb. I
equipment.
appreciate it.
I appreciate it so much. Galway Bay Pub, everyone.
Wait.
500 West Versity, Chicago, Illinois.
This was a little dick I was talking about earlier. That was can't get accused of sexual assault because his dick is so small.
Well, Nolan's got a fat cock.
Well, I'm
man.
Irish.
No, he doesn't. I see
That's
it.
not true. Irishmen actually have pretty good dicks. The English lied.
I'm not talking
saying
about dicks.
it's-
What the hell's going on here?
The English lied saying the
Those are
Irish had
tattoos,
small dicks
that's
because
all
they
right.
were sick of us fucking their women.
Oh, you Americans did it because you're sick, because you're jealous of our accent. Oh, they have a lovely accent, but they've short little cocks.
Don't say Americans like I would ever say that about my ancestors. I would never. All right, guys.
Thank you, James.
That's been the Joe Kilgallon podcast. Me,
Thank you,
Noah,
Joe.
Jonah.
Thank you,
and
Jonah.
We're gonna
Thank
get
you,
some serious
Thank you.
drinking. You don't
Oh,
want to see us boys for real on St.
should-
Paddy's Day.
You should also check out these guys on the comedy, wherever they are. They're fucking brilliant. They're hilarious, and I love them. I love everybody. Thank you, everybody, for supporting the Galway Bay Bar. You're absolute. I love you all.
I'll share links where you guys can buy glasses. Buy some pints and some shot glasses to support Galway Bay Pub. Cheers
Love
to you and
everybody,
yours.
and headbutt all.
Headbutt all,
Headbutt.
motherfuckers. All right, thanks.
Thank you, James. Thank you, lads.
Thanks.